Who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke? You. Temperatures going up, the heat is rising, scholars are showing up, audience vibing. We on a mission, competition is the only desire. Whose information will be facing the unmerciful fire? So what's up, stand up, can you walk through hell? So tough, too tough for the weak, soft shell. Set the fire, fan the flame, smoke is rising in plumes, while the inexperienced debater starts to choke on the fumes. Bring your science, bring your wisdom, even bring us your religion. If you cannot stand the heat, then please don't come in the Paul's kitchen. It's a session, learn a lesson, fight and overcome your fear. Who will be the best debate? By the time all the smoke clears, who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke? Session, smoke, smoke, smoke session. Smoke, smoke, smoke session. Smoke, smoke, smoke session. I want to smoke. Who wants to smoke? Who wants?
Can you hear me okay? Peace, peace, peace. You hear me, Humble?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me okay, loud and clear?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear. Peace to everybody. Assalamu alaikum, hotep, namaste, jambo, ashe, shalom. All the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of the light, to the HOK Coliseum, to the smoke session viewers. Please hit the like button. We are streaming right now on multiple platforms, trying to get the traffic to, divert you guys over here. We haven't been doing a smoke session for a couple of days. So on the larger House of Consciousness channel, come over to HOK Coliseum, because we have one of the very formidable bomb squad members. I think he's calling himself the new sheriff in town. We have Humble over here, and he has put together something because he wants all the smoke. So head over here, hit the like button, and get your pens, pads out, and your tea, whatever, because this is probably going to be an epic build. Peace, Humble. Introduce yourself. Are you here? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Peace, peace, Sister Napa.
All right, let me take this down. By the way, I have a debate coming up against Naftali Halda of the New Thought, School of New Thought. And I also want to just quickly advertise this. We also have, where's the one with, here it is. No, that's not it. Where's the one with Ankh? Anyway, we have a debate coming up on the 28th. Ankh against Brother Sanchez. Are we monkeys? Y'all know the... I'm cooking as usual. Yes, I'm cooking, but I have dedicated to do this. I'm at my sister's and I'm cooking. I'm frying fish, y'all. But and I got I inhaled some fish smoke. But guess what? We got some real hot fish grease, figuratively, and the smoke from Humble. Oh, yeah. So Humble, I'm gonna let you take over right now. I'm just here for you at your disposal. What do you have?
Yes, ma'am. Most definitely, sister. Listen, you already said it. I'm bringing all the smoke. I do have a request for you, Sister Napa. See, I like my prey in reachable range. So if you see Yara in the chat, if you see Cosmon in the chat, if you see X in the chat, feel free to bring them up. Only thing I would ask is they don't interrupt while I'm doing a bill. But after I do the bill, we get into the conversation. But oh yeah, most definitely.
Do you want me to bring in your Ashe?
Yeah, you could bring it.
Ashe. Okay, here he is. Peace, Ashe.
Ashe.
I just like to look at my prey before I would devour them. So if they come in here, most definitely you could let them up on the panel.
I definitely will. I like that attitude. So anyway, you let me know what you need me to share. I will be right here. And the link is pinned at the top of the chat. So you heard him. He has never been scared of anybody. So go ahead, Humble. What do you need?
Yes, ma'am. I'm about to share it right now. Let me know when it's up there, Sister Napa.
There you go.
All right. Welcome, family. It's some new sheriffs in town. We got my brother Ashay up on the panel. Shout out to the bomb squad. Let's get into this. I got a question for y'all. How is Chief X gonna be in the toughest environment in the game making such ignorant statements? And then we got Kazad, the hypocrite pseudo, talking down on Lookership while performing Lookership himself. If that's not hypocrisy at its finest, I don't know what is. I've been around the platform for a while now, and this past week, outside of my brother God Energy, got to give him his shouts out. He did an amazing presentation, but outside of that, the scholarship has vanished, replaced by pseudo logic and outdated terms. These aren't just errors, family. These are egregious assaults on truth. And it stains the legacy of this community that the giants have built, such as the Jabari Osazes. That's still my scholar. Anyway, so y'all know Humble had to, Humble the bomb squad had to pull up and put these neophytes back in their places. Shout out to brother Ashay for, giving me that word. I got a couple more bombs I'm gonna drop, and trust me, y'all, these aren't just warning shots. These are direct hits. Cosmon, Yara. Please don't think I forgot about you. Humble in the building, and I'm about to first detonating the Negroid fallacy. Why I got an issue with Chief X? Well, listen, if y'all watched his video, y'all would have heard some of the disingenuous racist rhetoric and outdated 19th century terminology he was using. Did y'all see when the panel, I believe it was also Rakufu, tried to explain to Chief X why we no longer, as scholars, no longer use the term Negroid in our community, as this being a scholastic community? Did y'all catch his response? No worry, I got the receipts right here, right? Chief X states that he do not have a problem with the word Negroid. He uses it twice in his video. So now I use the term Negroid because everybody knows what a Negroid is. Bang, so that's my first issue. He himself acknowledges we all scholars know what the term Negroid is. And he still decides to use the term. And you expect someone to look at you as an elder when you're disrespecting your own people, the people that look like you? Man, let's get it. He said, I don't care. I like the term Negro. Is that not some AI Shay? I'm pulling one of you today, brother. Is that not some Uncle Ruckus right there? I like the term Negro. I don't have a problem with it. Hey, bro, when I see people of my complexion talk like this, they're no better to me than the pale man talking like this. I look at both of them as my enemies because I can't trust neither one of y'all talking like this. And then he gets up in the toughest environment talking about scholarship, but at the same time champion 19th century white supremacist terminology created by Blumenbach and Cuvier. Also, did a great breakdown on this too the other day about him using these terms. Chief, you got to do better, brother. The self-hate is not the way. Let's get it. He get another bomb, y'all, for regurgitating and repeating pseudo statements for the purpose, or I believe the purpose is brainwashing. Did y'all know this man said the Commissions was not black, not once, but 8 times? At least the video say 8 times. I got the receipt. Damn! And I personally think it was a little more, but even 8 is too many. At that point, it's no longer education or misinformation. It's now an indoctrination. He trying to do the white man. See, listen, this is why we can't trust him. And see, he's sitting up here saying the Commissions are not black. He must have not have known about Sheikh Anta Diop's melanin dosage test. How you sit up here and you say, oh, well, we talk scholarship, we talk black scholarship, but you don't bring up Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop's melanoidosis test? Oh, I know why he didn't bring it up. Because it proves the black phenotype in Kemet. Not only does Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop's test proves melanated or black phenotype in Kemet, so do Dr. S.O.Y. Keita's biological research proves that the Egyptian not only had African phenotype, but their phenotype was melanated. Scientific overwhelming evidence, it don't need to be repeated. Only lies do. We got to get these brothers up out of here with that flim-flam. Let's get to the next bomb, y'all. Kasai, the pseudo-scholar. And y'all know I got to take the word scholar off of his name. He just a plain old pseudo. And here's why I say this. This brother comes up in his presentation, right? And he say, oh, it's scholarship versus lookership. And then does nothing but give you lookership. I gotta put this out here. For all of y'all so-called researchers and scholars, Google and AI are not sources. Let me repeat that. Google and AI are not sources. They are tools one uses to gather sources. Y'all need to stop coming up here with Google searches talking about look at primary evidence. Clearly you don't know what primary evidence is. Not only that, but then he say, oh, well, this isn't talking about these figures here, isn't talking about Asherah, Yahweh. We got scholars. I want to know I'm going to ask you directly, what scholars you know say that? Because the scholars I know, right, Zaev Michelle and Dr. William G. Diver prove that the Continental Ajur record early Israelites mixing the worship of Yahweh and Asherah. These are archaeological records. These are real scholars. These are really the people that went and done the excavations. And see, I'm not going to show no Google slide, right? These are pictures. These are pictures showing what that say. Yahweh and his what? Asherah. What this one say down here? A mysterious ancient settlement. It's a the Kutali Azure inscription showing Yahweh and Asherah. So I got it twice right here. Come on now. We got to do better than this. You can't come up here talking about scholarship versus lookership and then give us lookership. That's poor. You can't come in the toughest environment doing stuff like that. You know you're going to get checked on stuff like that. Or at least you should. Let's get into it. Right? Another reason I'm not going to consider this brother a scholar. Because this brother don't even know the difference between a victory stele and divine vengeance. How you up here reading about the ethics of war, which again, he don't tell us who wrote this article he's reading from. He's just up here reading the article titled Ethics of War. And in the article, he starts to read what is a victory story or scene. And he tries to push it off as if it's a divine vengeance scene, as if they was doing that because their God told them to. Come on now, like, bro, we gonna catch the flim-flams. You amongst some real scholars. I don't know who used to let you get away with doing stuff like that, but I promise you can't get away with that no more here. Because Humble here now, and I check everything right on the spot. Let's get into it. Right? Now, Cosmon, I gotta admit, he was a late addition. Only because I tried to get up on the panel with the brother respectfully and just check him out. But, you know, he got real disrespectful. I don't even know the brother. But shoot, why not? Throw him up there on the list, right? So, my issue with this brother is, everybody know what we do to the Bible over in the toughest environment. Everybody know what we do. We tear it to shreds. So, you're now going to trade in the Bible to bring us some 19th century fabricated historical pseudo-scientific cosmology? Come on. Hey, listen, he shouldn't even be allowed back over here. listen, man, again, we stopping all of this. And then I asked the brother who wrote the book. He didn't even give the credit to the person who actually wrote the book. He said an angel wrote the book. I didn't get enough time to ask the brother, what's the name of the angel that wrote the book? But don't worry about it. We're going to get into that a little later, hopefully, right? But the person that wrote the book name is John Bellew Newborough, right? Watch this nonsense. He's a dentist by profession, no theological training. So a person wrote the book. He wasn't a priest. He wasn't a pastor. He wasn't even somebody in the field like a Sheikh Abdul Diaf. He ain't have no theological training. He just out here writing books. And then got the nerve to say, oh, well, it was channeled through me. Man, listen. Hey, man, this is embarrassing. Embarrassing. Let's get into it. Right? Now, last but not least, I told you, Yara, I hope you didn't think I forgot about you, brother. I hope you didn't think I forgot about you. Listen, this brother need to trade in his Bible for a pair of track shoes. Because this brother, not on one panel, but 2 panels was ducking and dodging and running from me. I gave the brother 4 top.
Wait, Humble, I don't mean to stop your flow. You said he needs to trade in his Bible for what? What'd you say? You're muted. Trade in his Bible for what?
A pair of track shoes.
Okay.
Listen, man. Hey, listen. We and then let's get to this part, because he owed me and my brother Ashay $100. I keep my receipts. He owed me and my brother Ashay $100.
Yeah, we need that 100.
So listen, right? He was on a panel talking about why the 42 laws of my yacht, or as he claimed it was laws of my yacht, was wrong, and he used the terminology laws. My brother Ashay then came and said, hey, brother, they're not laws, they're confessions. He then argued, my brother, listen, I got the video in the back. I probably play it if I'm allowed to a little bit later on, but he then argued my brother down and said, this is why they call them laws. But later on in the video, right here, when me and a brother Ashay converted this brother to saying the word confession, this brother swore us up and down he never used the word laws. He was using the word confessions the whole time. And as far as betting us $100 if we rewind it, we still wouldn't hear him say the word laws. Listen, I want my money, because both of these clips, this is the clip of you saying they were laws, and this is the clip of you recanting your statement saying that they were always confessions. I need my money. Now, let's get into this. This the end of the presentation right here, but this way it gets spicy at right here. Because this the put up or shut up, source up or shut up, like my man Unc say, right? Because Brother Chief X, I'm challenging you right now on a debate of the phenotype of the Cometians. I don't want to hear no running, no flim flam, you too young, da-da-da-da. No, we setting it up. You with it or you not. Kazad, we setting up a debate on, did the Cometians use religion and war to conquer? We setting it up. If you come up here, I don't want to hear no dancing around the bush, no getting out of it. Nah, yes or no. Cosmon, I want to even listen. We setting up a debate on if your book is even authentic. Is your book authentic? If you come up here, I don't want to see no dancing around the bushes, no tiptoeing. I want answers to these questions. I want answers to these challenges. Now, the reason I'm challenging these brothers like I am tonight is because Chief X, Kazad, outside of Chief X, but Kazad and Yara, I challenged both of these brothers 2 times before, and both of them danced around. And so now I got to get my voice out here and challenge y'all publicly. So what's up? So now, Yara, I gave you 4. Here's a new one I hope you take. Do you believe the Chaldees is an anachronism? Now, again, I don't want to hear no running around the bushes, the scholars say and did it. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear, are you willing to debate if the Chaldees is an anachronism? And with that, everybody, with that family, with that Sister Napa, this brings me to the end of my presentation. I drop my mic. Truth is our ammunition. Bomb squad out.
Down.
That's how we come.
Okay, well, there it is there, everybody. Let's see. The link is in the chat. That was excellent. That was a great call out. You didn't mince any words. Short and sweet. Drop the bombs right precisely on the heads of everyone you want to call out. So let's see. Is anybody? Nope, doesn't look like anybody. I don't see anybody coming in. Damn. This is bad.
May I add, Sister Napa?
Of course,
y'all don't know, y'all know now. If y'all don't know, y'all know we takes no prisoners. Everybody annihilated. Everybody. And I gotta say, right? Zion, see, I ain't put you on a list, brother, but I have been hearing you chirp. You keep chirping, you'll be next.
That's right. Okay, I was muted. Oh, wow, Zion, he's calling you out. I'm not even looking in the chat. But listen, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream on the House of Consciousness. He's got a list of people in his crosshairs. I'm ending the show, but come over to HOK Coliseum if you're not over here already. Ashe, what do you think about that? You stand beside your brother with in all the war, right? What is your take on what's going on right now?
Everything that brother said was right and exact. All these brothers, they have these loud mouths, they have these big opinions, but yet when it comes down to actually getting in the ring, nobody wanted to do such a thing. Chief X, he know what he did. He dropped that Uncle Ruckus presentation and he got on. He don't want no smoke with the brothers. He don't want no smoke with me or none of my brothers. When it's coming down to Yara, you already see how that went. Oh, of course. I will have a non-direct debate, man. Come on, Yara. You know better than that, bro. Come on. That's childish. Kazad knows. We'll just say that. He knows.
Wait. Ashe, you said Yara said he'll have a non-direct debate. What is that?
That's exactly what Yara said. He said he will have a debate. Okay, when the brother presented, when Humble said, yeah, let's have a debate on Abraham's existence. Do you believe in Abraham? He said, well, there's non-direct evidence that scholars have came up with that hints to Abraham's existence. So we like, bro, do you believe in Abraham or not? And the brother would not answer the question directly. He would not tell us if he believed in Abraham or not. He did not want to debate did Abraham exist or not. He wanted the title, and I'm paraphrasing, is there non-direct evidence of Abraham's existence? That's what he thought my brother was going to do a debate on. We're not doing no idiotic stuff like that, bro. Come on, man.
Oh, shoot, we got Gideon in the back. You know what? That's crazy. Gideon, can you turn on your camera so I can make sure it's you? I've had a couple of, imposters.
But you know what? Why I wanna do a slight little call out before we even get into this as well. Captain Tazariak brought his butt up here the other day, and that man literally tried to say that they had the 6-point star representative of the Star of David in the 1st century. I sourced right here up on this panel and showed him that it was in the 14th century in Prague where they specified that the 6-pointed star will be a sign for the shield of David. I told that man that it existed in Islam as a figure for the seal of Solomon along the 900s. The man had no refutation. He didn't want to admit that even within the Bible as well, that this star right here, which you can see, this is right here, this is cuneiform behind Idneta, that this is a star of pagan deities. But yet they run around here all day long and they tell you that this is the shield of David. But there's not one primary or manuscript that they have that states that this is the shield of David. This is idol worship. This is pagan homage. This is what Captain Tazariak is about. I'm gonna say something else. We was on TikTok yesterday, and he said that the Cometians had a gay god by the name of Geb, who I guess used autofellatio to bring the world into existence. But in the same breath, he was hinting towards symbolism, and he said that the Cometians are the only people who have the earth in representation of a man. So he understands symbolism, right? So we know for a fact the earth doesn't have a phallus or a Kemetic word, hananim, correct? So there's no way that the earth could even be doing these things. So he's using this carnal mindset. So when he's looking at these things as literal, these are the carnal problems of these Hebrew Israelites. I just don't get it. So I'm going to challenge him. Can he prove that this was the Star of David before the 14th century in Judaism? We cannot. Can this man also prove that the Cometians had a gay deity? No, he cannot. But I'm gonna tell you this before we move on. We definitely got record of the boy David collecting many foreskins, right? We'd also got the same record of Jonathan telling David that he loves David more than women, right?
Yeah.
So Cap better watch himself.
Okay, hold the thank you, Ashe. Let me read this super chat. Thank you, Moses, for the 777 super chat. He said, Humble, may I trouble you to clarify for the ancestors, what is your mission, destiny, and end game? Thank you for that.
Thank you for the question. So my mission is to build community, right? People. That's what I do. What is my destiny, right? To build a community for us, right? That we can claim to, right? What's the end game, right? To allow our people to have our own. That's the end game. To not have to depend on anybody else to get what we need done as a community. I appreciate that, Sister Nepal.
Wow, that was nice. That was good. Thank you. We have some brothers hit the panel since you ended your bomb dropping. We have our brother first. I'm going to get to Gideon. I do see you, King J, after Gideon, and of course Rakufu. But Gideon, thank you for hitting the panel because you're part of the tanks on the ground, right? You're one of Yara's, I guess you could say, generals, correct?
Well, I've been with the tanks. I'm one of the original members. It's a couple of members that that I really don't much care for, but I'm always gonna be a Yahweh war machine. So with that being said, thank you for pulling me up on the panel on the pod. All praises to the Most High in the name of Yeshua. But yeah, definitely a tank on the ground. Shout out to these brothers. That was a good presentation. But sometimes they got to be careful because, I didn't see the presentation Humble did. Shout out to the brother. But I did see your end presentation where you called out people. That was, that was pretty tight, you dig? But the two that was on the right, you're going to lose them. And I'm not, I'm going to say what I'm going to say and I'm going to fall back and we can get back on that. But I'm just saying the two on the right with Kassad and Yara, you'll lose those. You know what I'm saying? If they come with the information, I'm pretty sure they have. That being said, I'm gonna go to the brother Assault because y'all got good information, but sometimes y'all be the suicide squad instead of the bomb squad. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Assault, when I was talking to you, peace to you, my brother, and you you good people, but I'm just saying, as far as your scholarship, you kind of need to tighten it up. Because this is what I'm going to say. So, first of all, I'm just gonna put this question out here for anybody, and I'm about to land in about a minute.
A minute.
You give me the score. You give me the story of Gad, and you give me the story of creation in the Bible. You give it to any one of your priests, and we give it to any one of our priests, and we give it to our children, and tell them to go teach it to. Which one is you going to take to have taught to your children? The story of Gad, however they want to interpret it, or the Bible? Now, another thing, Asar, this is what. Okay, that's right. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's a question. Now, as far as you speaking of David bringing the uncircumcised of the Philistines.
Man, say what he did, man. He was pulling people's pants down. He was cutting their penis skin off. Man, come on, man. Stop trying to cover it up. He was dirty. That was
right.
This is what I'm about
to tell you. If you studied Near Eastern history, you see that was something that was done throughout all.
I don't give a damn. That don't make it cool.
Right. But this what I'm saying. What you're doing,
justifying that, brother? That's
what
cool.
You're doing. No, but this is what I'm saying. What you're doing is you're playing on the people's ignorance with something called a comparative cancellation. Because if you're using that as a slight against the Bible, you can take that same slight and use it against some of the cultures that you purport to have.
Show me where they was doing that in Kemet. Show me where we was fighting and cutting off penis skin in Kemet. Show me we was doing that in Apple. What you got? What you got?
No, I can show you something much worse. I can show you where they would take a baby.
We want to deal with that there.
I can show you where they would take a baby from its inception, place it in a room by itself for 3 years with no human contact to see which word is going to say first.
You see how retarded you just sounded? The baby would die.
I can show you that
was retarded. The baby would die. The baby, hold on. The baby would die. He said no human contact. No, Paul, are you hearing the retardation?
Real quick.
Right.
Everybody.
That's how I know you don't know history.
When you hear my voice, when you guys can get back, when you hear my voice, just let me get in real quick. Be careful that, we are on YouTube with the words and, like the R word, the RETAR, and just be mindful. That's all I'm saying. So continue. And then I actually, Gideon, let me get to King J because I got to move around, but hold that thought, you guys. You're doing great. Everybody hit the like button. King J, come on in.
I'm here. Peace to the panel, Bob Squad, humble. It's a pretty short presentation. I wouldn't call it a presentation. But just from listening to you, brother, just let's have some clarity for once and for all. I did make the comment in the chat. When you guys are referring to melanated people in archaic periods of time, right? You're weaponizing the word because archaic humans were neither white nor black. If you were to look at a Neanderthal, it wasn't white, it was melanated. So by your definition, are you saying melanated? Are you saying Neanderthals were black people?
So, and
just give me a yes or no, bro. Just give me a yes or no. I don't want a long out narrative. Yes or no, brother.
Because you didn't ask what was going on with my presentation.
Well, I'm not done. I'm not done speaking. I just wanted a yes or no so I can continue to build.
So what you want a yes or no for?
Are Neanderthals white or black, according to your logic?
Both.
They had melanin. They had pigment to their skin.
They have melanin. So right. So are you saying because Neanderthals have melanin, they're black?
So you time. All right. So let me ask you
a question, brother. It's a question.
You're taking.
I'm asking a question to see where your understanding is at. It's yes or no, brother.
What you asked me again?
Neanderthals have melanin. Are you saying they are black because they have melanated skin?
No, I never said black. I'm not racially. Black. I'm not doing that. That's why I asked. Did you see my presentation?
Hold on
real fast.
I did see it.
It's my show. Hold on real fast. So did you see in my presentation where I attacked Chief X for calling the Egyptians Caucasians?
Brother.
So when I'm using the word melanated, I'm strictly referring to the Egyptians. Why are you talking about?
Brother, humble. Now you're making my point. Now just stay right there. All populations during that time period were melanated. So what's the point? The SLC gene, the SLC whitening gene is only 6,000 years. Hold on, stop, brother. Listen to my point that I'm making. You're arguing instead of listening. Listen to what I'm saying, brother. The SLC gene, which is responsible for white lightning, right? Only 65 years old.
He's moving the goalposts.
Everybody was melanated, brother.
He's
Hey,
moving the
Napat.
goalposts.
Hey, Napat. Hold on.
Right? No, I'm not moving the
Yeah,
goalpost. I'm
let's
making
get
a
you.
point. Are you understanding the point that I'm making, brother?
Napat, I need to respond.
Real
to
quick,
this brother, 'cause he-
King J, and then let him respond, and I'll give it back to you, and then we're gonna move on to Rakufu. Go
Okay.
ahead, Humble, respond.
So,
I'm not done talking to respond yet. Hold on.
Okay, but listen, then King J, just
Let me
don't
land my
ask him
plane.
questions
Let me
then,
land my
because
plane and then respond. Let me land my plane.
all right, park your car, but don't ask him questions. Just make your
Okay.
statement and then let him reply. Thank you.
I'll make a statement. Everybody had melanin during that time period. So to say that they had melanin, it's redundant. Natufians had melanin, right? But they're a West Eurasian. They would so let's just eliminate melanin from the equation because that has nothing to do with race, right? It's due to environment, UV radiation exposure, not race, brother. Race is until 17th, 18th century. Let's not use it anachronistically. Go ahead.
all right. So the brother must not have watched my presentation
Yeah.
where I was literally attacking Chief X for calling Egyptians Caucasoid people.
Thank you.
When we deal with Caucasoid people and Negroid people, how much of my presentation did you watch?
Those are racial
Did you
terms.
not watch? Hold on.
Watch
Did
it.
you not watch when I just slandered Chief X for using the term Negroid after people explained to him why scholars no longer use the term Negroid?
That's not a problem.
Let me say this.
Turn around and use that term.
Okay, yeah. So listen. King J? Did you see his whole? In fairness, did you see his whole presentation, brother?
I saw the presentation. We don't have to hold his hand. He's not making a point.
No, I'm not holding his hand. I'm trying to keep order because we have other people on the panel. But did you want to say something else that I could move on to?
Yes, because he asked about.
How many more times are you gonna need to say something?
Hold on, you keep cutting me. Because you asked about the phenotype of the Egyptians, right? There is no particular phenotype for the inhabitants of the Nile Valley inhabitants. The phenotype varied from the Nile Delta to the Aswan. There were various there was no one particular phenotype. So
But in all those phenotypes, they still classified black.
You made your point.
Asking racialized questions. Go ahead.
Okay. So you made your point. We're gonna get to Rakufu. He responded. He said he did not refer to them as black or any type of race, but hold the thought. You can get back.
Okay.
You can get back with him on that. Thank you so much for that. Okay, Rakufu, because we have God Energy who's joined. Rakufu, thank you for waiting. What would you like to add? And then we could, pass the mic around.
Yeah, it just amazes me. I wonder why King J sees a non-racial society in Kemet, but he sees a clear racial society in Korea, in China, in Japan, and all these places. He can just definitely show us for thousands of your bloodline lineages that got the same looks. But when it comes to Kemet, it's a big old question mark and elephant in the room, and he's always digressing against who they are. I just wonder why he does it.
Well, I can answer that question because it's called contextualization, right? And you have to do that as a historian. And if you're not contextualizing stuff, and like what you just said, and we're applying our modern 21st century concepts and ideologies to 3000 BC, you've already distorted history. You've already lost. You've already started with a faulty premise. And that's what everybody on this panel, like the brother I say, just said to the brother Gideon. Well, are you saying that it's true? Because if it was a social norm during that time period, we don't have our moral compass and code today is out of whack. So please stop doing that.
Okay, so now let me finish.
Hold on, Rob.
There was no black or white racial terms during that time period.
Go ahead.
So,
Humble.
really fast. So He just showed he didn't watch my presentation. Here's
I
why.
watched the presentation, but you
Because
ain't got energy presentation.
hold on, King J. He heard me bring up Sheikh Anta Diop's test.
Yes. Yes.
What did his test show? They were melanated. Why wouldn't I use the word melanated?
Everybody melanated. Neanderthals were melanated. So what's your point?
Because he's combating color. You're missing it, bro. He's combating Chief X.
Racializing
Chief X said they were white.
Bro,
He said they were Caucasian.
Listen. We're not arguing Chief X. We're arguing the fact.
He is. He is, though.
Melanation does not equate to race.
So humble.
I'm asking humble. Tell me who I was directing to. You saw his picture.
Humble.
I'm not talking about who you directed to. I'm talking about the information that you said.
Hold up.
Hey, we need to get back to Rock Khufu, and then we got to get to God Energy.
Associating melanin with race.
If we deal with all of
that's where you die at every time.
Let Rock Khufu speak.
Man, why are you talking, Jay? I don't do you like that, homie.
You was talking over me.
No, it wasn't your turn.
Go ahead, Khufu and
right,
GPT.
I'm gonna jump in, but no, anyway, no, I ain't gonna do that. Anyway, I'm asking you, humble, when it comes to evidence, DNA, land location, history, or authentic history, does the African American have, without a doubt, maybe even 90 to 10, if 10% more connection with West Africa as a collective African American people than with any Hebrew Israelite ever on earth?
Without a doubt.
Okay, I just wanted to know that because
if I can expand on that for a second, right? So y'all, I don't know how many of y'all know about the E1B1A gene. They try to attribute to Joseph, right? That gene is from West Africa. So, right now, watch this. That gene is what show that we come from there.
Okay.
That
so gene. You ain't gotta say no more. No, I just want to say this. You proved it. I want to ask you this. So, as politically, we would be going against our ancestors if we was to politically align ourselves with anything Hebrew as a mass collective. Correct?
Yes.
Thank you. So
yes.
Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Thank you. Let's move on to the other bomb squad member. God Energy, thank you for joining. Sure. What would you like to add?
Peace, y'all. Yeah, I want to add that Neanderthals were like we are today. They were around long enough to have developed melanin, and they were pale Neanderthals as well that had red hair and pale skin, looking like modern Indo-Europeans today. So Neanderthals had a range of skin tones ranging from melanated and ranging to melanin deficient, exhibiting the same phenotypes that we attribute to Indo-European Homo sapiens, just to clear that up. And the genes that caused melanin deficiency in Neanderthals are different from the SLC genes that cause melanin deficiency in Homo sapiens. So you're not going to find the same genes responsible for depigmenting between the two. The Neanderthals had different genes that led to their depigmenting. I just wanted to add that detail.
None of that matters because they're all human.
Hold on, King J.
They're all due, and hold on. Let's make this clear. All humans,
hold on, brother. Come on, brother.
Hold on. The humans. Hold on.
Respond to the brother God Energy. So, brother God Energy, the response you gave, right? When I was doing my presentation, I was responding to the brother Chief X. Chief X was specifically talking about Egyptians. He wasn't talking about Neanderthals. He wasn't talking about later people. He was talking about Egyptians. So when I use the term melanated to classify the Egyptians, it's because he called them Caucasoid people.
Mm-hmm. Which is completely incorrect. Right, which is completely incorrect. But if you wanted to step in the realm and the verbiage and jargon that he was using and still disprove him, it would have been acceptable for you to say, no, they were not Caucasoid, they were Negroid, and then give your explanation, because he already agreed to that verbiage. So you can choose at that point to be mutually intelligible with him and use his verbiage, or use a different verbiage like
Now, watch
melanated.
this.
That was
Now, I
your
don't
right
know
to
if you're
do.
saying my presentation, brother God Energy, but before I did that, I attacked a brother for using that verbiage because brothers
Understood.
spoke on a panel that scholars and scholastic arenas don't use that verbiage. So then I'm not going to turn around and use that verbiage to describe them.
Right. I was just explaining the options you had.
Watch this.
Hold on, King J.
use the verbiage of Sheikh Anta Diop.
And that's why I use the term Indo-European as well, which is what you find in scholastics today. So I understand, but I also understand colloquial jargon, right? So I don't play the semantics game and get hung up on what label we're going to use when we know who we're talking about phenotypically and ethnically. I think that's semantics used strategically to distract from the point and stop the conversation from progressing.
Well, let me respond to that, brother, because what everything that I've heard God Energy say, especially your presentation yesterday, brother, was scientifically racism, brother. It was a pseudo presentation, and you're repeating. How you cutting me, brother? If this is a smoke session, let me give you the smoke, and then you respond. Don't cut me off. If it's a smoke session, let me give you the smoke because I got it for you, brother. Just quit cutting me. I got some bombs. So I'm talking to God Energy, right? Particularly right now because he's a lot of times he's regurgitating James Morton's talking points, right? Now he talks about ethnology, right? Right? Yes, you are. When you're talking about craniometrics, right? That is scientific racism, right? Even though if we're not using the cranial metrics to determine how intelligent we are, the fact that we're using the cranial metrics to determine race is scientific racism. And the School of Ethnology and the School of Ethnology, which is a social science today by today's standard, does not subscribe to the outdated pseudo science of cranial metrics that you keep regurgitating. It doesn't. Social science, a social science that is ethnology, is strictly responsible for culture and language. It has nothing to do with race. And for you to keep saying that, brother, lets me know you're either being disingenuous, you're trying to further the racist science. Because why do you keep saying it?
Let him respond, please.
Talk about James Morton ethnology, brother, and we can pull it up because I'm tired of you using that talking point. Ethnology has nothing to do in 21st century with race.
All right, let him respond.
That's fine.
It did when James Morton first started the School of Ethnology, and it was deemed a pseudoscience. This is why I keep calling you pseudo. You cannot look at a skull. Hold on, let me finish my point. You cannot look at a skeleton. Let this be known. A skeleton or a skull and say this is a black person or a white person. You can only tell the geographic region that this skeleton is located in and what type of environmental effect it may have occurred from the region that it's in.
Okay, thank you. Now, God Energy, please respond, and then we're going to move on to Silky D.
Are you making up shit?
Yeah, thank you. I haven't made up anything except the term basal mulatto as a catch-all term.
We're talking about ethnology right now.
Can I speak?
Ethnology right now. Stay on the point, man.
Come on, bro.
Can I speak, King J? You have very
address
poor
the point.
self-control.
Address the point, brother. Ethnology.
You done?
If you're going to address the point, ethnology.
So thank you. So when we're talking about the craniometrics, when I talk about craniometrics, it's from the genetic and autosomal and phylogenetic research papers that I'm reciting the haplogroups from. Because in those study of genetics and haplogroups, they also always do the craniofacial analysis, because it's not just craniometrics, it's craniofacial analysis. And this is the measurement of phenotypes. We know we all have different phenotypes that originate from different geographic areas due to environmental factors. You can measure those phenotypes. You can measure the groups associated with those phenotypes. How do you measure phenotypes?
That's scientific racism.
Hold on, do craniofacial analysis. That's why when you mix the phenotypes and the genetics, that gives you a clear picture of who this human being is. And that's why all of the phylogenetic autosomal research papers that I presented have craniometrics in them. Don't get mad at me. I'm just reciting what the 2026 geneticists are putting in their.
No, you're not. You made that up.
Hold on. So this,
Now,
wait,
you're not even
wait,
responding to what I
just hold on. I'm gonna land my plane with this. So this is the study of paleogenetics and archaeogenetics. Just so you know, this is archaeogenetics and paleogenetics, and this is how it is done. So don't
Answer
take it
my
up with
question,
me.
brother.
Don't take it up with me. Take it up with all of the phylogeneticists.
Answer my question, brother.
You don't have an issue with me. And Samuel Morton, I quote nothing from him. Nothing is connected to
So,
Samuel Morton. You have an outdated view of cranial metrics. You have an outdated view.
Well, you didn't answer
So
my
take
question.
it up with the geneticists.
I'll read this, right? It says, the modern scientific consensus, right?
And the pod, can we move
Modern
on?
biology.
Yeah, I mean, the hijack is getting out of control, man. The hijack out of control, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Hijacking,
I'm responding to what you
King,
said, brother.
King J. Give me a
Right.
second. Well, you think he's hijacking?
Yeah,
Why?
he hijacking. He hijacking heavy. He hijacking heavy.
How? Because
he
addressing
could have took
God
all
energy?
this up with God energy yesterday. This is my problem. It's the brothers who don't make no presentation, don't put forth no scholarship, only come strictly for critique and hate, but yet he's having the largest segment of the show. That's a slap in the face.
Who has
That's
the
a slap in
segment of
the
the show?
that's a slap in the face.
I
You
have
know
more
that's a slap in the face,
presentations than you do.
Like, come on, bro. You can come back around, though, bro. I'm not saying you shouldn't
Listen,
speak, but you should
I
come.
don't think-
You hijacking though.
Brother,
Okay,
I'm not
well, I don't
hijacking.
see anybody
They have
hijacking the
the
show,
same talking
but if
thing.
you guys don't want,
Yeah,
I
man, there's
don't
not
think
gonna be no
humble.
echo chamber, man. He's like one of the few voices that's got a critique. So, I mean, what's the problem?
I know he's just critiquing, but I'm gonna move on. Hold that. Put it on ice for a second, King J, because I don't want the brothers to feel like they're being hijacked, or I don't want Humble to feel like we're disrespecting him. Let me move on to Silky D, and then we'll go around again. All right,
Let me know
Silky
when I
D,
can
come on in.
Hey, what's going on? Yo, props to the panel and shout out to everybody. I see what y'all on. You on the phylogenetic tree and you talking about haplogroups. So if you
I am.
first, yeah, that's my field. Yeah, I'm a specialty at that. So do you know what the basal lineage is? You know what the basal lineage haplo is?
No, he doesn't.
Can you check out the presentation that I did yesterday? And also, if I just said I like haplogroups, me and you should be friends, and you automatically attacking me because we said we like the same thing, I would think that common interest would make us friends, and you immediately came to challenge me. I thought we were
Oh, no,
allies.
God energy. God
You
energy.
know, brother, you know,
Hold
brother.
on, everybody. No, hey, when you hear my voice, I mean, I know I get people call me manly, but I think you could tell I'm my voice. I'm a woman. I'm the only woman here. Please, when you hear me talk, just give me a minute. God energy. That's not the same person. I think you think that's King J. That's actually Silky D coming in. Did you know that? God energy.
Yeah, I know. I heard that that's a completely different person who also likes haplogroups. That's what I'm saying. Since me and him did not just get into an argument, when we identify we both are into haplogroups, how did I automatically become an enemy off of that?
Because
And
he
not
heard
an
what you
ally?
said.
I'm
May
just
I
looking.
say something? May I say something?
Can I
So
land
this
my
is,
plane?
this is Humble Smoke Session, bro. I don't know if
Can
y'all
I-
watched the presentation or if y'all
Y'all scared of the smoke. Y'all ducking.
This is not a presentation about haplogroups. We
Y'all
ain't talking
ducking.
about that. I
Oh, well, talk about
specifically
haplos now.
went
It's
at
smoke, nigga.
GFAT
It's smoke. Get the smoke.
because
No
he
area.
hold on. I specifically went at Chief
Y'all
Fax because he said because Chief Fax said the
Humble.
Egyptian.
Humble. You said you
right.
want smoke with everybody, though, right?
I
Who's
do.
coming at you? So you're doing fine. Like, I don't get it. Like, if you don't want him to talk about haplogroups.
I just wanted to be based upon what I talked about. My
This
brother
nigga
talked
All
scared.
about
right, fair
phenotype.
enough. Fair
He
enough.
did that 2 days ago. We stuck on this now.
Can I get the mic?
Because God energy is
No,
up
no,
here.
King
Can I
J.
land
King
my-
J, I gotta get back to Silky D, and then I
Go
gotta
ahead.
go to Zion.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna need y'all to have a little decorum, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Just hold it in. So I did want to speak on the E1B1 that you did just brought up a minute ago. Because from my recollection, that would be the Berber, one of the Berber haplogroups along with A0 and a whole lot of
Libyan.
others. But you said that was West African, and I would say that would be North.
He made that up.
Humble,
And I was just,
Humble.
I would, okay.
I'm gonna let
And then-
Humble reply, please. Let's let
Right, and
Humble
then
reply.
and then one more thing is, hold on, one more thing. And then the last thing is, when it comes to the phylogenetic tree, it's literally a split in the whole study field. since 2013, since AOO came out. So with AOO and AO, it's two literally kind of like different routes of the phylogenetic tree when it comes to research and articles and papers and things like that. So it sounds like you might be running off the AOO side of the genetic tree. But they still studying that too, though, because they're still debating and studying just the time frame lineage on AOO. So that's another issue that you're dealing with when it comes to the phylogenetic tree. And I yield.
Yeah, he made that E1B in West Africa up. Because reading it right now, it says East Africa.
So can't be the first person to reply, right? Why can't he just reply, y'all?
He can.
I said West Africa.
It's East Africa, though.
Hold on. I misspoke. It comes from East Africa.
That was that Hutu power. Rakufu had him caught up in that Hutu power where he was just going with the masses, knowing that E1B1A has origins in Horn of Africa. But that's the only thing, my brother. Just don't get carried away. Rakufu had his feelings hurt when I said, "What would you rather have? A child with a tablet of Geb illustration going in the room and being taught by a priest?"
Are you serious? Are you serious, King J? King J, you sitting up here correlating what he said, and then you go back and look at the tape. He never talked to me about no tablet again. He just said,
"No, I mean that was a general statement. I made that was a general statement."
All right, Zion, you want to come in?
So I had already hollered at Silky because I heard, what God, energy had brought forth, last night. So, I know this is his field. But I did want to say to God energy, he said something about, the Beta Israelites in Ethiopia, and I agree with him that they don't have, the gene from the Eurasian gene. However, what I don't think he actually touched on was the Amhara and the Oromo, who actually have the J1 and J2 haplo, which is in Ethiopia as well. So when we talk about some of the tribes in Ethiopia that have those features, he said something about that, and I can actually show the actual timeline chart of the back migration of the Eurasian J1 and J2. You agree with that?
Wait a minute, God energy. Before you reply, Humble did mention, and so did Ashay, they don't want and I agree, we aren't going to take over Humble's show, but
okay, my bad.
I do know God Energy is a part of the bomb squad, so I'm not saying don't address him. However, I do want to say Humble called you out, Zion. So I'm going to take this opportunity.
I was in the back chat. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
so look, I'm gonna just do this quickly. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, there was a back migration, multiple back migrations of melanated West Eurasians, then the back migration of non-melanated Eurasians that you're talking about, of the I and J haplogroup. So yes, I agree with that, brother. Most definitely.
I'm JM267.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Black as a mist. But I want to know what Humble was calling me out on, because I said I would give you a debate after, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, listen, I heard you was chapping, bro. I said, you keep chapping, you got to be next, my brother.
That's what's up, then. Let's get it on, baby. What you going to do? Smush gang, baby.
Hey, listen, number one, what you rocking with?
First and foremost, I'm a nationalist, Rastafari, Ethiopianist. You know what I'm saying? I deal with Israelism, but I'm not a literalist when it comes to the scriptures. I don't know if you watched the video that I had the other night. I actually, you know what I'm saying, brought a video out on with Sister Nepal on a smoke session. I think that was probably one of my best works. You know what I'm saying? I went all the way in on the WASPy. But I deal with science and I separate science from my spiritual, you know what I'm saying, position.
So I just heard you say you deal with the Islam, but in that video.
No, I'm an Ethiopian Israelite.
Okay, Ethiopian Israelite. So you're Ethiopian Israelite Christian, or you just the Ethiopian Israelite?
I deal with some Christian. I deal with some Christian theological, but I don't deal with the Bible. I don't deal with the Bible from a literal perspective. So if you go back and watch the video, you know what I'm saying, the smoke session, you'll see some of the things that I bring out about how I look at the scriptures from a very what do you call it? Metaphoric and symbolic position more so than a literal. So people can't pigeonhole me, you know what I'm saying, oh, well, does
I
this
got a topic for you,
that
brother.
person
Hold
can
on.
say it don't even matter because
I got
when
a
I look
topic
at the
for you,
Bible, I
brother.
don't look at it
Real
literal.
fast. I got a topic for you.
Yeah.
You believe that the Bible was a tool used to enslave our people, and do you believe the Bible is still a tool used to enslave our people?
Okay, I believe that the Bible was created, and anything can be used to enslave or to liberate. Like, for instance, guns, right? Guns were used to enslave black folks, but you ain't gonna stop using no gun. Actually, you're gonna pick it up in order to defend yourself. The same way with the Bible. So what you're not gonna do is pigeonhole me with what it was used to enslave. In Ethiopia, it was not used to enslave.
Right.
They remain. They still had their solidarity from Greco-Roman influence and from the influence of Islam and other people. Although they utilized the scriptures, you know what I'm saying, and identified themselves to create their own sovereignty and their own royal, you know what I'm saying, house and kingdom that was not used. They were not enslaved by it. They actually chose. Azana and them chose it and made it.
How did Judaism get to Ethiopia?
Say it again.
How did Judaism get to Ethiopia?
Judaism came before in the 1st century prior to any Christian, and it was not forced upon them. That was through Yemen, because Yemen and Saba, which we call Sheba in the Bible, was literally only 30-something kilometers away from the Horn of Africa. The Yemenite Jews were going back and forth, transmigrating back and forth, trading through the trade routes that Ethiopians often use: the Inset Road, the Red Sea, and the Nile Valley.
Those are facts.
Zion, he doesn't know about the Jews of Elephantine Jews. He don't know about
I ain't even touch on that.
You don't know about the
There's
Jews of
Ethiopian
Elephantine.
Jews there to this day.
Hey, to this day.
Those are
On
migrants, though.
Elephantine Island.
Elephantine Jews are migrants, though.
It's Judaism. It's not Christianity. So that's the point that's being made.
Right.
Okay,
So he don't know that.
Elephantine Jews didn't even worship the way that everybody else worshipped.
Through Yemen.
Yo, hold on.
Mixture of both.
Yo, brother Zion, since we talking about the Elephantine Jews, can you check out my presentation, Canaan, the Legacy Hidden by History? I talk about the Elephantine Jews at the end of the presentation. I think you would really enjoy the information.
I love your work. I love your work.
I want to ask King Jay a question, if I may.
Go ahead, baby.
King Jay, the other day you talked about the epicalamp. I can't say the word right. You know the fold.
Right? Fold. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. I know
phenotype.
I'm very aware of it, and I also know it doesn't only exist in Asians and the Khoisan, which I brought up, and I said that, but it also exists in the tribe I didn't tell you about that I knew about, which is the Neolithic people, like the Dinka and the Noor and them type of people. Okay, so my question to you is simply like this: if we were to dig up a grave in ancient Egypt when we found that fold, would you personally say, well, it could either be Mandela or it could be Kim Jong-soy because they both got the epic. We don't know what this person is, or could you figure out that was a black person?
Well, me knowing that Africa has the highest level of gene diversity, I would automatically assume and know that most all phenotypes are African phenotypes. So I mean, I can look at the core.
I want to get a clear understanding of what you would have done in that situation if it was found in the grave in the Pharaoh's graveyard. Would you?
Well, let's give the actual example because I can't remember the name of the actual specimen that they found in China or Japan. What's the name of the man? But they found him first, and they were trying to figure out
Peking
man, right? So they have since discovered that the migration first happened in Africa, and they migrated to there, not vice versa.
Right. No, but King J, my thing is this: me and you right now, just chilling right now, look up and we see on TV Kim Jong. You know the dude, the North Korean.
Yeah, but that's dangerous. That's why we can't do that.
I just want to ask you: if we had his picture and we had Mandela, and they was right next to each other, me and you would say, okay, they both got the same eye look, but me and you can clearly see the distinct phenotype, right?
Okay.
Now I'm asking you. And now you can tell me why it's dangerous and all that right after you tell me this. If you want to say it first. If we found the grave in the region of Africa, have we ever found anybody outside with the phenotypes looking like Asians in a Pharaoh's tomb? I'm a question. Go ahead.
Well, Khufu, if me and you were to go to that same region and live there for thousands of years, we would acquire those same phenotypes and look just like that person.
I agree with you.
All right, no, I'm gonna come in here because hold on. This is Humble Show. I gotta be conscious of that. So King J, you do need to come on in here and do a presentation.
No,
Like,
I dropped my number yesterday. We text, so I'm posted next week. I
okay,
got this set up. Yeah, for sure.
perfect, perfect. I'm not saying I'm glad you're here, but we got to get back to Humble.
Okay, I'm
Humble.
gonna leave with this statement.
Humble
King
got
J, so more
smoke
than likely, let me clarify. You said that we'd have more than likely thought it was the Mandela person. All right, go ahead, y'all.
Thank you, Rakufu. Okay, Humble, come on in here. So basically, it looks like that at least Zion and King J and Gideon came in to at least try to, you know, refute some of the stuff. Well, actually, you didn't really refute anything that he said, right, Humble?
I didn't yet.
They
because
didn't
I
deal with
didn't
the
hear everything
presentation
yet.
at all.
I didn't hear what Humble brought forth. You know what I'm saying? I was
everything that the brother brought forward.
I didn't hear it. So I want to know, you know what I'm saying? Humble called me out. You know what I'm saying? We can work on a debate type topic, you know what I'm saying? We can put that together.
No, so like I said, it wasn't an official call out. It was just a tap on the chin.
No, let's get it, man.
I don't think Humble want no smoke for real.
I want to fill you out. You feel me? I want to know where you stand. You know, what's your view on things, or vice versa. You know, you could do the same. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and listen to what you did tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because I was actually waiting for your...
Hold on, I gotta do it. If you want to do that, watch me on a different. But this was a call out, bro. I put heads on the chopping block.
Yeah.
But you Ethiopian Israelite, so you dealing with the royal lineage?
Yeah, I'm a part of the Ethiopian World Federation.
You doing the Menelik? You doing the Menelik and all that?
I don't look at the Keber Nagast as being a literal text, though. It is a political text.
Are you counting Menelik as a literal person belonging to the royal lineage?
It's a political text.
I'm asking you a direct question. Are you counting Menelik II as a literal person?
Menelik II is a literal person. He's the one who is the one who did the
royal lineage.
Yeah, absolutely. He came from the royal lineage of the Sabians. Now, when you look at the Keber Nagast, it's a political text, but behind the politics,
I didn't ask too much about the Keber Nagast.
Do I believe that the genealogy has merit? Absolutely. Do I believe that there is lore around it? Absolutely. There's lore and parabolic progenitors in every culture.
Lore such as?
So Menelik the first being the seed of David and Solomon.
I see what he doing. I see what you doing. So I gotta debate you on something like
you're gonna have to move around.
Kemet is a better cultivation, is a better teaching for our people than the Bible is. I gotta bring.
I object to that all day.
I gotta bring something like that too.
Even though I rock Kemet's knowledge, but I think for our people in this time. I think that the Bible is actually one of the best.
It's more practical.
It's a great weapon. It's a great weapon.
Zion, real quick. The brother asked you a question in regards to weaponizing the Bible. So I would give a counterpoint of Martin Luther King using the same Bible to liberate us.
Yeah, so, same thing with what's his name? The dude that was chopping off white people's heads and back in the day, Nat Turner. Nat Turner turned the Bible. That's one of the reasons why they had to give us a Negro Bible, a slave Bible that removed some of the context of the Bible so that we would only read certain parts of it that would only keep us enslaved. Because if we read the rest of it,
exactly,
we would liberate ourselves with it.
Exactly.
You want to argue that?
So there is some truth, some good. Yeah, so there is some good in them. No, I agree with you. I'm not arguing nothing. I don't think smoke. Listen, honestly, brother, I don't think Humble really got no smoke. He ain't got no smoke. It's an hour in the show.
If y'all actually listen to some of the things that y'all would probably agree with me on certain
I wouldn't agree with you. I know if you coming from a biblical perspective, I know I wouldn't agree with you.
52 blocks, baby, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We get it. So what you want to do?
Let's go ahead and let's get over to Seven Asar. I think he's in here now.
If you want to juxtapose Kemet versus the Bible, we can do that.
Okay, Seven Asar, what would you like to add?
Peace. I want to say peace. Can you hear me? Hello?
Why are you saying that? Everybody can hear you.
We hear you, Asar.
We hear you clear, man.
I ain't hear no response. So, okay. I just want to say that I appreciate your call outs, my brother. Peace to the bomb squad, though. To the young kings out here being active, ain't scared to go head up and ready for that smoke. Cause you know we about that smoke over here.
These
in the
niggas
HOK.
40 years old. We call them little kids. These niggas grown as hell.
I call them young kings. That's what I
They
call
they 40 years old though. But go ahead.
Wait, who in
What
here
these
is
boys in their
40?
40s? Are they even
Humble, you're
That's
40?
why I'm like, that's why Hassad is younger than the bomb
32.
squad.
Wait, hold up. I gotta ask here. They look. You guys are in your 20s, right?
I'm
30.
30.
Shane.
I'm 27.
Okay, and what about you, Humble?
I'm 32.
Oh, damn, you look young. That's good. Okay, that's good. That dang, you look younger than Ashe. So they're young, you know. And I'm not trying to ask people their age, but King J, you sound a little bit like a tad bit of a hater. When you say that.
All I'm saying is this: we all in the same age bracket. You know what I'm saying? So we're not. It's not like we're young kids, bro. So I
No,
just like why are they calling them young?
I didn't call them
Yeah,
kids.
like,
I never use that terminology.
yeah. 'Cause I'm thinking like Kassad is a young kid, like 19, 20 years old. These niggas grown as hell.
Ah, baby fresh.
Praise that these young brothers is getting.
Let's take the gloves off. That's all I'm saying. They old as
Let me
hell.
just say what I was gonna say. Let me just say what I was gonna say. Because I
I'm
appreciate
51.
what my brother sit down. He make him sit down and be humble. I appreciate his call outs, right? And none of them came up that he called out. Nobody came up. You know, he did the Destiny Child say my name, and ain't nobody come to even want to smoke, right? Because they about to smoke, and all of these people's is running. So all I really wanted to come on here, because you know I'm not about to smoke on these brothers, because these brothers is in alignment with me right now. So I just want to come on here and give them some encouragement. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I got your back. And if you need the old school to come in there and help you with this smoke, I'm always available. So I just want to say peace tonight.
I appreciate you, brother.
Peace. I say appreciate that.
Let me come in here and ask a question. So Yara, really, I just want to get over here in the mic because I know Yara is watching. Yara, why did Gideon have to get in here as your spokesperson? If you don't get up and take your CPAP off, whatever that thing is called, and get on this panel and face this young man that you have been constantly trying to sun every time he's up here at every moment.
Man.
So I'm saying that to Yara, and I might just have Sonetter get on the phone and call you. So that's all I wanted to say. Go ahead, Humble.
And I call Humble out too before, so this is mutual.
Hey, listen. We out here though. That's what we do. We do this 24/7. We bring that smoke. You feel me? For Zion, we can set it up on the back end, Brody. Sai got my number. Sister Nepal got my email. They feel free to pass it on to you. Text me, see what topics you feel free with. You feel me? Because I bring topics. I bring smoke.
We should have a face off.
That's what it is.
We should have a face off. We should have a face off. Me and you set it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have a face off. Me and you. You know what I'm saying?
And I do.
I'm gonna leave you guys on the panel for
fast.
like a good 2 minutes, and I'm gonna let you just go. Do me a favor. If you start, talking over each other, and I put you on the big screen, that just means chill. So I'll be just letting you go. But y'all gonna have to turn up a little bit more. You did come for God Energy because his presentation was very compelling and controversial. But really, try to bring the smoke a little bit more when it comes to Humble, because when he's not doing a presentation, I do notice this. He's very respectful. He chills. He never acts wild. And everybody's always trying to bang on him and say some shady stuff. Now that he brought the fire, y'all coming in kumbaya-ing and grabbing him and hugging him. Oh, brother, I love you so much. I want to do this.
Well, Sister Nepal,
Keep the energy that you have when he's just on the panel chilling. What do you want to say, Humble?
If I may add, right, we seen them do this when I asked Sai to call out Tazariak, right? He called Tazariak on the phone, right? Everybody was on the panel. Yeah, that's Tazariak. He ain't nobody. He don't represent nobody. Man, that man Tazariak came on this panel, man. Nobody say nothing. Quiet as a mouse.
Exactly.
Outside,
So with
bro.
that said, humble. With that said, I'm gonna give you guys a couple of minutes. Just chill out, and I want to see. This is what I want to see right here.
Got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Napa.
Yes! What's next?
Hold on, wait.
So,
Hold on, wait. I just now wait.
I
Hold
just
on
wanna
one second.
say,
I just now
I
read
was
this comment,
listening
bro.
to Assault 7 say what he was saying, and it just shows the biasness because Assault 7 just sat up here and said was nobody bringing no smoke, but King J was bringing all the smoke to the point where the brother had to say go to his presentation.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is, I don't go with the DNA stuff because it's all memorization, and when it comes to that, in my opinion, God Energy probably the most qualified one to speak on those things, but that's all speculative science. What I'm dealing with is written records, archaeological evidence, anthropological records. All that other stuff, y'all just guessing. But go ahead.
It's speculative.
So I
Yeah, it's all speculative. It's all speculative.
So listen, I don't know who that is up there beside Shay, but if you seen my presentation, and you see how I called them out again, I'm gonna say this again on the Egyptians being Caucasians. What do you say? You said you go into the records and all of that. What do the records show when you look in the Egyptian catalog of the records? What do
They're classified.
That they're what we be called sub-Saharan Negro. That's what they would be classified today.
No,
So I agree with you with that.
Not at all, brother. So
Yeah, that's
what,
right.
what my response would be: we have some that have docialific skulls. We have
So
some.
now
that
you're going to cranial and all that. What you said was racist.
You're asking me my response. You're asking me my response. We will find some that have brachial skulls. We will find
But
some
you say that was racist, though, King
yeah,
J.
that's this is hypocrisy.
You're asking me scientific terms, right? These are what they would say. I'm answering you non-racist, right? Hold on, brother. Listen, brother. Listen. I'm answering you in a non-racist way, brother.
Is the Nubians and the Egyptians share phenotypes?
Brother, listen, humble. You're loud and you're wrong. When you're using listen. When you're using words like Nubian and Egyptian, you're automatically disqualified because now you're putting yourself at 600 BC. When the
So
Greek,
why you ain't tell Chief X? So on Chief X's channel,
listen, brother, listen.
Why did you tell him? Because he's using Nubian and Egyptian.
We did, brother. I'm talking to you. Humble, I'm talking to you. Chief X ain't on here. You don't use it. You don't use it.
What you're failing to realize is
Humble. What you're failing to realize is I'm educating you and you're arguing.
You're not.
Listen, brother. Go ahead and I'll meet up.
With the Egyptian and the Nubians, I am responding to the fallacious statements Chief X made.
Which Egyptians are you talking about? Let's be specific. Hold on, humble. Stop. I'm not gonna scream on you, brother.
We're not gonna do the semantical game. We know we're talking about ancient Commissions.
Brother, hold on. No, wait. Hold on.
Specifically, we're talking about the dynastic periods, right? Early dynastic periods.
Hold on, because I can take both of y'all at the same time. It don't matter. I'm asking him a simple question to see what he actually knows. Listen. Let him
know
talk.
everything. You finna try to act like he don't know, bro. We're not gonna kind of play the Neo.
We'll quit saving him, brother. Let the brother speak.
Wow.
Yes, let the brother speak. I'm trying to have a dialogue with Humble without you butting in. Let me just see what the brother knows.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not trying to scream at you or anything, brother. I really just want to have an intellectual conversation. I want to see what you know. Okay. You say you're talking about Egyptians. Which Egyptians are you talking about? Because it ranges from the Nile. Hold on. It's 42 Sapots. Which one are you talking about? It ranges from the Nile Delta all the way down to Aswan. Who are you talking about when you say Egyptian? What Nomarch?
Hold on.
What Nomarch are you referring to?
So have you seen my comment?
I ain't seen shit.
Whichever Egyptians Chief X was calling Caucasian.
Which one are you calling Caucasian?
None of them are Caucasian.
Which one are Negroid?
So
Which
let me
one are
ask you a
Negroid?
question.
Which one are
Do
Negroid?
you think any of them are Caucasian?
Do you? Which one are Negroid?
They all are.
So that's where you lost.
Hold
No,
on.
listen, brother. Listen.
This is the issue of y'all not watching my presentation. How many times do I have to say, yo, I just banged on Chief X for using the term Negroid? Why would I then turn around and call these people Negroid when that's not the scholastic term? When Sheikh Anta Diop, right, created his test, he called it the melanated test. He proved the mummies had melanin. He didn't say Negroid. He didn't say Caucasian. He didn't say white. He didn't say black. He used the word melanin.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
And he also
So
showed,
you're brother.
he also showed that they shared phenotype with Nubians. So what are you talking about? Do you consider Egyptians Caucasian?
Listen. Nothing what you just said makes sense, brother. And I don't have to scream. Listen, I don't have to scream to articulate myself in an intelligent way to bust your ass. Just listen. The melanin, right? If you said Diop said they have melanin, so you're saying that from the Nile, all the inhabitants of the Nile Valley have melanin. They do, but the melanin levels would vary depending on the geographic region that they were exposed to. That's why yes, that's why the Gnomes and the people in the South, the Nahesi groups, are a darker pigmentation than the Egyptians in the north and Temehu, right? Because in the south, they have higher levels of radiation and UV levels. They're darker. Do you understand that? Without screaming. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So you just debunked yourself. Go ahead, bro.
This question right here. Do Egyptians and Nubians share phenotype? Yes or no?
Quit saying that word, brother. Quit saying the word. Let me just educate. Hold on, brother.
When you talk about Egyptians and Nubians, you know who we talking about.
Brother, I'll put you up on brother, you foaming like a side at the mouth right now. Listen.
Because answer the question. Come on.
I am going to answer the question, brother. I'm going to.
The rest of them doing. You dancing. Do Nubians and Egyptians share phenotype? Yes or no?
Brother, I'm going to intelligently answer your question, brother. For one, you started off with a faulty premise. We're not going to say Nubian. We can say Nahesi. Let's just say Nahesi. Because listen, humble. You don't want to lie. Why are you arguing, brother? Why are you arguing and screaming?
Because you're not making sense. You're trying to dance around.
Why am I not making sense? Why am I not making sense? Because you're not comprehending
the you know what I'm asking you and you're dancing around.
I don't, because you're using the wrong words. So when I'm saying, stop.
But it's not. So it's not okay to use Nubia, but it's okay to use Egypt. So when
it's not. It's not,
what I mean.
Brother. It's not.
Egypt, you know exactly what I mean.
No, I don't.
Don't play games, bro.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. If you quit screaming, you would quit cutting me off, brother. Why are you cutting me off? I'm trying to. He don't know what he's talking about. He keeps screaming like he's right, and he's so stupidly wrong. Because he won't let me talk, brother. Let me talk.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. We can use the word Nahesi, right? Ta-Nehesi, right? Dr. Ben refers to Ta-Nehesi all the time. It'll be located between. Listen and just shut up, brother. It'll be located between the first, second, and third.
Right?
It'll be located between the first, second, and third.
Awesome. How'd it go?
It will be located between the first, second, and third.
Is King J talking?
Yeah.
I don't hear King J. Damn.
Yeah, King J talking.
Oh shoot. Okay, King J, I can't even hear you, so that must be on my end. I had to walk away. I didn't even want to watch because I didn't know what kind of slaughter would go on. I just came back and see who's here.
It's a peace moment right now.
Okay, go. Okay, let's see here. There are 210 people in the building. Looks like this was a pretty great turnout. I want to say people are saying you're dancing. Who's Silent Case saying who's dancing? Who's dancing? King J?
Nah, I'm waiting to speak. I can't even get it. It's not a fast sentence to speak. So what I'm trying to educate him on the part is correct terminology, right? So when he's saying Nubian, that term doesn't exist until like 600 BC. It's erroneous to use that term when we're talking about 3000 BC. So the term that we could properly use would be Nehesi, right? Nehesi groups will refer to any southern group south of Aswan, right? We can just group them up and say Nahesis, right? They black, all right? But so when we talking about when we talking about Egypt, brother, that word it doesn't come along to about 600 BC as well, and it's only referring to the temple of Het-Kop. Shut up, yes. It's only referring to the temple of Het-Kapatah that's in the Nile Delta. It later becomes known as the term for the whole region from the Nile Delta to Aswan. But I don't even think that it doesn't transliterate back to Het-Kapatah. So it's a made up term Egypt, brother. When we talking about the Nile Valley, the names for this north is Tamehu.
All right.
So just we can say Tamehu. The name for the south, Tashame, right? And then we can learn all the.
Bro, none of this shit matters. The whole point is that they was African. That's what bro said. That they was smoking, that there's African, and that they're African, and they're not Caucasoid. All this shit that you're talking about is irrelevant.
No, they weren't.
This is why I said it's irrelevant. You need to shut your mouth. You've been talking way too long about nothing.
Oh my God.
The whole point.
Oh my goodness. Hey, TJ.
Now I got smoke with you.
No, I don't give a damn what you got smoke with, idiot. Like I said, the whole point is that they were Africans.
They're not African. So hold on. Let me bust it down.
No. I'm trying to stop you from talking, King Jay.
Okay, go ahead.
Bro, he's responding, number one, and you know what I'm saying? You're gonna do your own show. Let him come in. Go ahead, Ashe, and then I gotta get to Humble and go around and
see
close
the
out.
problem. The reason that this is a dance. And everybody's calling it a dance because the brother asked him a straight up question. Were they Caucasian or were they not? Of course they weren't Caucasian. So what is the use of opening your mouth? It's just, it's stupid at that point. The brother, several people came up that day. And Sar M'Ka really went in the deepest and showed how these people, even the earliest Egyptians were closely related to who? Sub-Saharan Africans and even West Africans. The brother showed the genetic evidence. What did you say? Nothing then. You didn't come up here playing this game then. You fear other brothers. And I noticed that. And you think it's sweet over here. Do that presentation. Do that shoddy presentation if you want to watch how this gets shot down too, bro. Because I don't like what you're doing. The brother asked you straight a question. Were they Caucasoid like Chief X said? Shut your mouth. Were they Caucasoid like Chief X said or not? Once you said no, your hating rant should have ended. That's a fact. We know that there was mixing. We know there was mixing. God Energy went in on that. Nobody's an idiot here. You don't got to sit up and tell us about the origins and the etymology of Egypt. How it comes from Hakepatah, the house of Ptah. Nobody's stupid, dummy. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? You want to have a teaching moment so bad, and really all you're showing is that you're a neophyte. You're up here giving out information that everybody knows. That's probably why you ain't done the presentation yet, because you don't got no info for real. Oh, that's why all you come with basic stuff, bro. But right now, what you're doing is making yourself look foolish. Then you got to talking about melanin levels, depending on the climate, racist theory once again. Like you living in a glass house, you know that, right? You just sat up here and you condemn the cranial structure just to turn around and get to trying to utilize cranial structure, trying to sound smart. I don't like dudes like you, bro. First, I ain't really have a problem with you, but now you really showing like you's a snake and you two-faced and it's really you hypocritical. This is what you are. And you starving for a spot. You starving for what we got. I don't know why, bro. You will never be this. You ain't never gonna have this.
All right.
Ew, I'm embarrassed. Can we?
We can't keep on sitting up. You even reference. Hold on, wait, stop it. Because you even reference the Khoisan. You even reference the Khoisan. The Khoisan
listen,
are not
listen.
even a phenotypically dark
Check it
people,
out.
are they?
Okay.
Khoisan people ain't dark.
Set it up.
They don't range adequately dark,
Set it
but
up.
there are people surrounding the
Set it up.
Khoisan who are average, very,
'Cause I'm
very
saying
darkly melanated people.
you're not smart
So
enough.
this whole
Set it up.
Okay, well,
geographic melanin joint that
Let's
you
set it
trying to
up.
drop
You're talking a lot.
is
You're talking too much.
super pseudo.
You talking too much.
Okay, let me say
Set
this
it
real
up.
quick before you get in here, King J. All right, so it is a smoke session that Humble's calling out everybody, but if anybody can set up a debate. So if Ashay, if you want to come at King J for a debate, King J, if you want to debate, y'all can get in here. King J, I will say this though, brother. Personally, I think everybody on this panel that has been on here talking is intelligent, whether I agree with their information or not. But you're going to have to do a presentation so you can, so people won't be able to say, hey, you just like to hit panels. You get what I'm saying? So Asar 7 finally did his, Asar 7, Asar finally did his presentation.
Okay.
And now nobody can tell him that. So I agree. I think it's time, like you said, you get your thing in, and then we'll set it up. So
real quick. Let me respond. Check out.
listen, King J, hey, check it out. Let me
we
tell you
got
something,
Kazan
brother.
here now.
Let me tell you something, brother. Listen, you will be able to do a closeout, but I got to get to Kassad.
No. I just want to say one thing. I'm not closing out. Just hold on. Real quick.
Go ahead. Say your one thing.
Because I don't think y'all know. If on the HOK, me and Kassad is the first debate on the HOK. Over 3,000 views. Y'all need to go check that out if y'all
Oh
ain't
yeah, I
checked it
forgot.
out.
You did. You're right. You did a debate.
I've
But hey, whose mic is that?
hold on. I've done presentations, whole
You have?
show, debates.
Damn.
Check me out.
Oh shit. My
Now go
bad.
ahead.
My bad.
Y'all
Okay, then.
gotta catch up.
Hey, whose mic is that? It's got like an evil demon on it trying to stop your energy. Hey, King J, I didn't know you did a presentation. I stand corrected. All right. Well, let's get to Kassad because the brothers in Bomb Squad don't like you anymore. They wanna beat you down, and it looks like they are more than ready. And so yeah, y'all gonna have to get it in and debate. I think that's your mic, Kassad. Is that your mic coming in?
Got the gremlin in the background.
Does my mic messed up?
I don't know, but what would you like to say? And then I'm gonna close this out.
Con, I ain't got much to say at all, honestly. I'm just getting out of class, so I didn't really catch the brother presentation. So I'm not really here to bring smoke to the brother. I actually came here to back up what the brother is saying. A lot of times these people hit the panel, bro, and they dance around. They don't actually bring the smoke. Humble is exactly correct. We know exactly what he's talking about when he says Egyptians and Nubians. The fact that he got up here and tried to teach and try to give a presentation and try to explain away from actually addressing what Humble was saying.
We really don't know what he's talking about.
King J, let him fly, man.
Why is he even talking right
now? Kassad, King J,
y'all
that Humble called you out.
If they addressing me,
I like you, bro.
Oh my fucking God. I swear I don't understand. King J, look, bro, I have so much respect and you're cool, but bro, just put your mic on mute for 1 second. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just want you to give me a second. Kassad, I don't know if you should be so nice to Humble because he had you on the list.
He on my list too, but I'm addressing here. I'm just talking about what I saw. He on my list too. I appreciate that. I say gotta get this work. This
Humble smoke. Me and Kassad are supposed to be debating soon too, yo. Me and Kassad are supposed to be debating on Paradigm Shift.
Really fast, Zion, really fast. I do want to just put this out here, right? Listen.
Wait, who just said, wait, hold on. Who said that you're going to be debating who on where?
Kassad is supposed to be debating next on DMG's
versus Paradigm Shift. Okay, I got you. I thought I heard you. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Humble. Go ahead.
So
go ahead, Humble. I'm sorry.
What I was saying was none of this for me is personal disdain. I may disagree with you, brothers' information. I may disagree with how y'all bring it. Hey, listen, I get down in the ring. So when I come at you brothers, it's never a real disdain for you brothers. It's just me checking the information.
Right.
I say that because I don't want to think people hear me banging on it and be like, oh, this brother really don't like me. It's nothing like that.
Yeah. So
Well, Shay said he doesn't like King J. I'm gonna instigate, and I'm gonna stand. Shay stands where.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, kid.
I'm just playing. I'm just joking. I know you. I know it's not personal. But
I just want to say something real quick.
Can I finish though? I was speaking.
I'm gonna just say. Real
oh
quick,
yeah, you were. Yeah, park your car, Kassad. Go ahead, and then we can go to Silky and close out.
I wanted to say when you brought up Neanderthal DNA.
I said Kassad's gonna park his car, Silky, meaning he's gonna finish up. I did interject.
Yeah, let him finish up and then correct.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Kassad.
Yeah, as I said, I didn't see the brother's show or his presentation or like what he actually brought out. So like I said, I can't respond to something that I didn't see. So, but as far as when people jump up on here and bring and supposed to bring smoke, they're not actually bringing smoke. He got up here to teach and give out his whole lesson and give out his spilling, but he did not address exactly.
Why are you humble smoke session talking about me?
He did not address what Humble was exactly challenging him on. We all understood what he meant.
This not my smoke session, Kassad. This not my humble smoke
Let the
session.
brother speak, man.
If you ain't got nothing about humble, you could have inbox. You got my personal number. You could have texted me that.
No, y'all did 30 minutes on God Energy, man. Come on with it, cause I.
Oh, everybody want to talk to God Energy. Now he up here talking about you. Now everybody wants.
Y'all got handcuffs on me.
That's the hypocrisy. That's the Hippocratic. I was talking about. But go ahead, cause
that's
all I want to say, man. If niggas don't get up, if people gonna bring.
If you got some information, Kassad, yeah, you can present your information.
Come on, King J, you always
We can move on to Silky. So, Kassad, can you give us like your last final whatever? Because I need to move on to Silky D.
Actually come with their sources and actually bring the smoke. Don't get up here and try to teach on other people's show. That's it, man. Thank y'all.
Okay, thank you very much.
That was me.
I know you should attack them. Dear King J, how's your day? I hope it's going well.
Oh no, my day is
anyway,
great.
go ahead, Silky.
Yeah, I brought Silky here for.
I just made the hypocrite.
I'll be quick, man.
King J over here drinking the
He could have texted me that. That was weak. Talk about somebody else.
So, back at the floor, fellas. Yeah. So
please.
I just wanted to say when you were brought up like the Neanderthal DNA, and then you went into like humans and stuff like that. When you're talking about DNA and the phylogenetic tree and haplogroups, Neanderthals and anatomically modern humans, those are different. So you need to, just be aware of that. And that's all I had, man.
No, that is not all you have. Because in the chat,
what I brought you here for.
In the chat, you were like, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do that. I'm gonna kick anybody. I'm not gonna. Yeah. And then you get up here like, oh, I just want to say, okay, brothers, kumbaya. No, come in here with the fuck here, Silky. I texted you. I texted you and I said, when are you gonna come in for a smoke session? So who are you calling out? You calling out Humble? You want to Humble? See what you guys
is. Okay, whoever is they the genetic guy?
No.
Or whoever the best out they
that's God Energy. I called Silky.
Holler. Piece dropped on you. That's just how you gonna get it.
I called Silky specifically because I know Silky be on the Berbers and the Amazigh. And God Energy brought his presentation, and my thought was these two need to bang it out.
Well, it was about Egypt, right, or Kemet, or Nubia. You want to read what you want
with the genetic with the Eurasian transmigration, because you brought out something about the AO. You brought out something about the AO, and he was talking about the AO.
Hold on, if I can get in here, Zion.
Yeah,
you should have brought him up Friday. Because
I know I was trying to get a hold of him.
I'm talking about this Friday coming up. God Energy is doing a part 2 to his presentation.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Well, I got a debate this Sunday about the Phoenician. Is it Berbers or Carthage? Is Carthage Phoenicians or Berbers? And I got that coming up this Sunday. But if you want to, we could duke it out, man. Have a little friendly debate.
Right. And y'all need to stop with this pause. I ain't from the pause generation. You know what I'm saying? We just call you.
I like to say pause because I'm not either,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
don't do that.
funny.
You know what
I
I'm
find
saying?
it to be hilarious, and I will say,
I'm not
I will
pause
say
generation.
pause. I
I'm
would say
51. We don't
pause
do
on
that.
everything. Even who doesn't do it?
I don't. We do not do that, yeah.
Did you say pause or wait? Did you say
I don't
pause or
never
did I
say
say it?
pause. You know what I'm saying? I just call them out.
I
how
know.
I
So
yeah.
did you say it or did I say it?
No, no. Somebody in the chat said pause, and I'm like, I'm not pause generation, man.
Zion, don't bother with the
Like,
chat.
just
You got
stop.
enough
You know
on
what
your
I mean?
plate
Like, yo,
up
like,
here. This
you know
is what
I'm
I want to
saying?
say about
LGBTQ got
y'all.
everybody
You
thinking
know what I
everything is
like?
pause.
You know what's funny, Zion, and all of you up here? I'm gonna say it again. If y'all go look at some shows where Humble hits the panel, they are trying to sun him on everything he does.
I did too,
Now
though.
everybody is tiptoeing around Humble, talk about God energy and the Berbers, and nobody's really coming at. So this is
No, Pa,
crazy.
guess why? Because nobody, you won't allow it. And then when I was going at him, his boyfriend, I say, jumped in.
Don't call him his boyfriend, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that.
His bodyguard.
you so,
Brother.
That's what
That's wrong. That's
hold on,
disrespectful.
hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna close out.
That's what happened.
Why we gotta
Let me let
close it out?
Ashay
Because this
get in
dumbass
here.
nigga can't control himself. I'm
Okay, but
sick of
let's
that
keep
too,
it.
bro.
Hey, but can we keep it?
No,
Ashay,
that's
no
weak as
cursing.
hell. That's weak, bro. Y'all letting this dude slide with a lot, bro.
I
This
didn't
man
let
ain't
him
got no
slide. What are you
information.
talking about?
No
Ashay.
information.
We talking about
Nobody's
information.
letting him slide,
I made
bro.
Sister
Come
Napai
on.
really fast. So
Right.
King
You had a whole
first thing
30-minute
first.
If you
diatribe
gonna be
about me and I can't
disrespectful, you
respond.
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
disrespected,
I
nigga.
can't even
That's
hear
how
you,
that's
Humble.
gonna
I
go
have to
every
get out of
time.
here.
You sitting there
Just give
drunk
me
as
a
hell. Hold on,
headache.
bro. Let me speak.
Hold on, Ashay. So first thing this, right? So King J,
Drunk off grape juice?
first thing first, King J, you came up on a panel and you didn't watch
Drunk as hell.
Brother, this
So
is a smoke
you didn't
session.
address.
I'm drunk off grape juice.
Hold on. So you
Brother, you
didn't
sit on the panel and smoke weed all day. Stop.
Drunk as hell, like I said.
Hey,
Drunk
yo,
off grape juice.
listen.
I don't drink,
wanna
brother.
have to have you removed from the panel, bro. I'm speaking, bro. Chill out.
Brother, everybody's speaking, brother. You don't, brother. You
Let
don't
him
have
talk,
to.
King J, please. King
Listen,
J,
And then,
please.
so, now, Pa, do I ever get a
Let's
chance
close
to
it out.
respond?
I need to.
Let the
The
brother
hell
Do I
is.
ever get a chance to respond? Everybody's talking, but do
Let
I
me
get,
finish what he's
but,
saying
What the
before you
hell?
respond. How you
do I
respond?
respond? Okay, I just,
MTV. Savage. I'm a savage. Oh, I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
King J, let him fly, man. Come on, baby.
So listen, he came up here. He didn't watch the presentation because he didn't address anything I did in my presentation. If anybody guessed my presentation was short because it was a call out session, I'm punching niggas in their chest. I called out Kazad. I was going to tell him go back and watch the video, you know, on some good competitive stuff, right? But I called out Kazad. I called out Chief X. I called out Cosmon, and I called out Yara. Right? And he ain't deal with me calling out none of them. I didn't just call them out though, real fast. I didn't just call them out. I straight rebuted all of their information for all of their presentations. I called them.
Yara put his phone on do not disturb. Yara put his phone on do not disturb.
Come on now.
Donetta said his shit going straight to voicemail.
He came up talking about some whole other stuff that took the conversation where we know when the Pie Beauty smoke sessions, people come up and they bring the smoke to the person that's doing the smoke session. He came up and brought the smoke to God Energy like this God Energy smoke session. This Humble Mystic smoke session. If you gonna bring smoke to Humble Mystic, I'm here to kick the door in. You see what I'm saying?
Facts. Ain't nobody bring no smoke to me on my smoke session.
okay, so now, hold on. Now I should be able to respond, right? Let me respond. You
Hey, no, King J. No, brother. No, because I'm going to close it out.
Why are you doing this?
Brother, because I just got a king. Listen.
Right now.
Hold on.
Why are you letting me address me, but I can't address him back?
Oh, my God. You can listen. Let him finish, and then I'm going to go around, and you can do as much of responding as I'll let you go last. You respond as long as you like.
You don't have to protect him.
Oh my God! But trust me, y'all. First, Ashay said I'm letting you ride all over, and then you said I'm protecting him. Hey, put it this way: humble. Go ahead and close out.
Listen.
And listen, you got these people.
Yesterday,
These brothers
my
are.
brother Ashay was on our brother or the brother Fire panel, right? And I'm sitting out here, I'm telling them how like, yo, I'm calling this person. My man Ashay say, hey, Humble, you gotta leave some on a plate for me, bro. Just so King J. I don't want to have to listen. I don't want to throw you on. I want to say man Ashay, but if I gotta throw you on that grill, King J, it's nothing to throw you on the grill, bro.
He have yet to
don't want peace. I want problems always.
The reason I be holding back is because my brothers know I'm a dog in this arena, and so they be like, bro, yo, you can't have all the food, bro. You gotta leave some for us. So hey, listen, that's what it is. But I
Yeah,
let
you
my
were
back
being
man,
more.
Sister Napai.
I think Humble is a young version of me.
Man, that's what it is.
All right,
He a
let me
younger
thank you.
version of
And
me.
you know what? I agree with him. I can see you're very polite, but I know you're from Baltimore, so you could get probably real raw. So thank you for coming in. I'm gonna let you come in. Ashay, thank you for coming in with your brother from the bomb squad. I'm gonna let you close out, please, Ashay, and then I'll move on to Zion.
All right. Once again, great call out by my brother Humble Man, bomb squad in the building. I'm gonna let y'all have the phenotype stuff for the brother Kazai. Since you came up here, you said we got to get it in. So let's get it in about your boy. Let me get the big screen if I can, real quick, Nepal.
Wait, I got to go in. Keep talking. I got you. I got to go on a different device. Keep going. I got you.
Let's go in about your boy.
You want to show something? What are you trying to show?
Yeah. I'm just put me on the big screen. I'm just showing this.
I know. I got to go into my laptop. But just talk.
But it's about the little brother, Yod Hey Wah Hey, who they like to call Yahweh or whatever the name is, like Yahweh, whatever you want to call it. No, let's talk about little brother. Let's talk about how your God that you worship is the little brother in the pantheon, and he's not the head of it all. Let's do that. Let's make that the topic. That'll be great. Yeah,
okay.
Let's do that.
Let me get you on the big screen. Go ahead, show what you're showing.
No, I just want to show him this. This is also to Cesariak too, Mister.
Go ahead, put it up now. You're on the big screen.
We know Islam has their stone god at the Kaaba, and we know Christianity has their wooden god. So what about your stone god, Tazariak and Kazai? What about your boy, man? What y'all want to do about this, man? This is my proposal. This is the little brother. This is the pagan deity. This is your boy Yod Hey Wah Hey, Mr. Invisible God, Mr. No Images. No idol worship. Let's do it. That's it. Let's go.
Bombo class.
I'll say how you did.
So yo, I'm next, right? So yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Why am I muted? Can you hear me? Yeah, you're next.
Yes,
go ahead.
I hear you now. All right. So yeah, maybe the reason why, you know what I'm saying, me and Humble kind of got off on the wrong note is because like he a younger version of me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you run into yourself, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna like yourself. But Humble, you want to debate on daggone Kemet versus the Bible better for our people in liberation right now in this day and time? I'll take you up on that, but I'm gonna let you know something. What we need to do is we need to set up a face off. Somebody glitching again with the gremlin in the background. Can you mute up Kazai? Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll do that all day, but I'm gonna let you know something. I deal with psychology. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm dealing with Bible, I'm not coming from a dogmatic perspective. I'm coming from a psychological, socio-political, cultural perspective. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna give you that note ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? So also, you know what I'm saying? I said I would debate. I say I love these brothers, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like I love these brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I always say, you know what I'm saying? I love the energy these brothers are bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm that dude, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to debate Kazad. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what we're going to debate on because I think we agree on a lot of stuff. But he also came at me a little sideways like I'm some young buck. B, I'm an OG, B. You know what I'm saying? And I've been putting out work. If you put my name, you know what I'm saying, in that daggone search engine, you're going to see over 50 to 60 debates, you know what I'm saying, since for the last 6 years. I've been putting in work, at least freaking 20 debates per year. You know what I'm saying? If not, you know what I'm saying, here and there, presentations and the whole nine. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what the brother has against me. But one time I came on a panel with this brother and I was in support of him. And he was like, yo, get the nigga out of here. Get him out of here. And I'm like, yo, B, wipe the freaking daggone, wipe the milk off your lip before you talk to me, B. I am not your baby boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm that nigga. So, excuse me, I'm not niggas. You know what I mean? So on some real stuff, I love what the brothers is doing. I would love to get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? No holds barred, gloves off. You know what I'm saying? With the brother, because it'll be like me facing my younger self. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Wipe the milk off, watch what you say to me. You know what I'm saying? Fix your face, wipe your mouth off. God damn it, Smush Gang. And Smush Gang is only me, myself, and I. I don't need no triangulation. I don't need no help.
That was a diss on the bomb squad?
No, that was a diss on Selah Shalom and all these cats that need help, that need a hand, a helping hand.
Okay, I need to make it
let me jump in here. You know what I'm saying? With freaking Cosmo on this one and Cosmo on that one with they daggone book of butt paper. 18.
Oh, 18, wait, you reminded me. Yeah.
That was one of my
Humble
best
also brought that up.
I'm gonna watch this whole video back over. You know what I'm saying, Humble?
That was good. No, you did a good presentation. That was a good presentation. Listen, thank you so much, Zion, for coming in here. We'll see you again soon. You'll be debating. You are a very seasoned debater. Humble, you forgot on your closeout. Well, I don't know where he is. He called out the OWASP, the whole team, right, Humble? The whole creator gang, right?
They've been trolling my page.
Run back the tape. When you run back the video, you'll see it.
Yo, they've been trolling me all since my debate with Selah Shalom. Every time I turn around, these dudes daggone, you know what I'm saying, daggone trolling and finger sniffing.
Hey, well, listen, you better get to.
They must have been somewhere. They must have been somewhere receiving spirit writings that day you were on the smoke session because nobody picked up panel.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were in a seance. Okay, let's let Rakufu come in and do his closeout. And I see you hit the panel, Kassad, and then we're gonna end with King J, just like I said. I think so Rakufu, thank you for joining. What's your final word?
All right, so I just want to say thank you, Humble, for acknowledging the fact that we African Americans are totally more connected to West Africa than we are to any Hebrew DNA, physically and everything, to any Yoruba, Nigeria, I want to say Ghana, Twi, Shanti, all of those are our real people where we running to be all the way on the other side of the world, something else. When those are our real people, we look like mad clowns to the world that's doing that. Those that do that. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about those that be like, I'm not a West Side, I'm from Israel or something. You know, this is making RP because they're on our political tie. They share political power with us. So all that stuff we vote on, they're in our car. Get out the car. If you don't like our car, if you don't like yourself, jump off a car. I don't know what to tell you, but you're weird. And thank you for that, man, teaching us who we really are, bringing it forth, holding the torch that we was teaching them people our age back in our time, and y'all bringing it out for y'all. And hope the youngsters out there is hearing this. We got real suckers in our car. But peace, fam.
Hey, brother, really fast. Elder Yara, I ain't gonna be long. Just check your back chat, brother. I left a little piece of information in there for you. And also, I don't know if Sister Nepal.
That's not Elder Yara. That's not. Wait, brother, that's not Elder Yara.
Who is that? Rakufu?
That's Rakufu. Okay. Yeah.
My apologies, Elder Rakufu. But I left some information in your back chat. And Sister Nepal, I know.
Elder Yara had to go. Elder Yara is hiding under his bed in a blanket with a flashlight while you're doing your presentation.
He watching in the heat of the night right now.
But Sister Nepal, when we be up here in these smoke sessions, I be dropping stuff in y'all back chat too. So peeping them back.
Okay, I didn't know that, brother. I got you. All right. So yeah, Elder Yara is not going to come anywhere near this panel. It's past his bedtime. He done already had his warm milk. His CPAP is on.
Watching
He
the heat
ain't
of the
getting
night.
up for y'all. He's watching reruns of
In the
Matlock.
heat
Okay,
of the
stop.
night.
I got you. Okay, so thank you so much. Let's see, and I think we are going to get to our brother Kassad, and then we're going to let King Jay come in. Kassad, what would you like to say, brother?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to say this real quick. The brother, what's his name? I say, you want the smoke on Yahweh and El? I already did 2 debates on that on this platform, but if you want that, you can get it, no questions. All you gotta do is pick a date. Anyway, Zion, like I was gonna apologize to you because you said you felt some type of way, and I don't even know you. Like if you felt like I wronged you or something, but that I felt like you also was you was saying I wronged you, but then you was also trying to talk slick to me. Like if you felt some type of way, bro, all you had to do was say you felt some type of way. I don't even know you like that. I don't even remember talking to you. Like that's how much of a person that I don't even know you like. So if you
Damn,
felt some
bro.
type of way, you could have said something, but all that slick talking, all that shit, all that talking about your lips and all that, I'm not trying to hear that shit. My lips get chapped. Oh fucking
You
well.
just don't curse, right? You just don't keep cursing.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I ain't hear you. I ain't hear you about the curse. My bad.
All right, go ahead.
All
You done?
that your lips, all that lip stuff, and look, I don't care, bro. Ain't y'all niggas looking at my lips instead of listening to my information? You niggas is gay.
Who's looking at your lips?
No,
Right.
I said one of my slogans is wipe the milk off your lip.
But that wasn't just
Young
you.
Oh
niggas,
no,
that
he
ain't
said
got
it
King
like
J
nothing
you're
to do.
young.
It's not. I'm not looking
King
at
J
your
made a
lip,
statement
nigga.
also earlier. I wasn't just talking about you, Zion. King J made a statement
Okay,
earlier too.
pardon self. I wasn't trying to come at you like that, but you dissed me when you was having.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You dissed me in your presentation when Yara was up there, and I came on to support you, and you was like, get this nigga out of here, like, you know what I'm saying, like, hold on, B. So yeah, you know what I mean. But we can get it in still. You know what I mean. It's all what it is. What it is.
Okay. Well, like I said, bro, you said you weren't actually talking about me in that statement. So, hey, like I said, bro, my apologies. I don't even know you like that. So if you
That's a
felt
part of my
disrespected,
slogan. Yeah.
if
Yes.
you
Part of
felt
my slogan.
disrespected, bro, about something I said or the way I treated you, my bad, bro. That was never my intentions. Like I
Okay.
said, humble. I ain't see your presentation, bro. But I got a debate topic for you too. I'm supposed to be doing a show that I never got to finish. I got the smoke for y'all as well, and I got a debate topic that I know you probably ain't gonna turn down. So both of y'all can get the smoke. Just pick the date. That's simple.
All right, we did have to cut your show. I'm sorry about that, Kassad. We will bring you back. All right, thank you so much, Kassad. And he's bringing the smoke for the bomb squad in general. He said Ashe and Humble. You guys can definitely get the smoke. So, all right, we're moving. You're good, Kassad, right? Okay, he left the panel. Now, last but not least, we're going to bring in, I think he might have fallen. Oh, there he is. Okay, I didn't want you to fall asleep. You can do your final closeout, and we'll let the bomb squad hear what you have to say.
Okay, for sure. No, I definitely enjoyed the engagement with the brothers, the meeting of the minds as well. I do disagree with the majority of everything that the brothers say. It's a lot of pseudoisms. We can debate it. Just as far as style wise, I would say the brother Kassad and Humble, they both like to scream and yell a lot. They would make a better debate, style wise. I think me and the brother I say, style wise, we could probably have a debate where a lot of information is actually presented where the people actually probably could actually learn in regards to probably Kemet, or that's probably my area where I would like I could beat them up. Yeah, I would say we on HOK. I'm 1-0. You know what I'm saying? I beat Kassad already on the topic you trying to beat him up already on. Asar Imka beat him up on the same topic. So that's kind of like, redundant. Let's pick a topic on HOK. We can just go and me and you back and forth. We can just talk and just see where we end up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe and then back.
Wait, what? You and
What?
him, you and Ashe gonna just talk? Y'all have disagreed on the Yahweh thing. I could call that out right there. You
Yahweh?
might as well just go back to that because, yeah,
I'll take
where you
that
talked to him
debate
about
too,
the
yo.
pantheon and well, I actually was there and Ashe threw me in. I guess I caught a stray because he's like Napa and King J ... You took it out of context, Ashe, but it's
What
okay.
was your
I
stance on Yahweh?
understand.
You talking about
I didn't say that Yahweh was never ever considered a, or who was that? Was that you, Ashe? That was
Yeah, it
you,
was
right?
this I say, but in whose pantheon? I'm gonna shut up.
Let me let him respond because
Okay.
I got to get a refresher from him. What
Okay.
was it,
No,
brother?
I believe he was referring to El, not Yahweh.
Was it L? Okay, yeah. So
Oh
that's
no,
something
we
you guys
no
should
no.
debate.
We was talking about Baal. We was talking about Marduk, and I think it might have been Marduk though.
But were we asking the question, was Yahweh included as a son of El? Was that was the question?
No, because
Yes,
I never made that statement. That was a misappropriated statement made by Kazab when I had my presentation.
Okay.
I had never said that. When we was actually talking about who was older, when we
Okay.
was dealing with
Oh,
Marduk.
right.
Okay, right.
It wasn't Marduk. You were just asking about. I thought you were asking about L though.
And then
I was saying El was the chief deity. Someone said that
And
Baal was the
that
chief
Baal
deity.
is the son, right? That Baal is the son of El.
In whose
No,
pantheon?
somebody actually said Baal was the chief deity, and I was like,
he later became. So that's
Oh,
what
I
the
never
whole.
said
that's what I
that. That's why I
said.
said I heard you say my name. That
I heard that too.
Well, so that's what
you
the whole.
said Baal. You said Baal was the chief deity,
Correct.
He does
right?
become.
I'm asking him.
Yes. I
Oh,
said
okay,
El was
so
the chief.
there it is, right
No,
there.
I
King.
said El.
I'm trying
sorry.
to
I
get
said
it back to
El
where
was.
they
I
wanted
said
to.
El was the chief deity. Baal was not the chief deity. This is hence the Baal cycle. And I was saying
I don't
El, and
remember
somebody
it
said,
being that
and I
way.
think the statement was that El was only the chief deity in the Ugarit. That's what the problem was. They were saying El was only the chief deity in the Ugarit. And I was like, no, we got El playing the role of the chief deity outside of the Ugarit before the Ugarit.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what you guys were talking about, but I never said anything like that.
So
I was agreeing that El is the chief deity over Baal in the Canaanite, in the
Right.
Baal, like when you
That's
in the
what I want to
Canaanite
know.
pantheon.
Yeah, whose pantheon? Right.
So
You gotta
didn't
be
you guys
specific.
have that back and forth though, Ashe? That's what I'm saying about a debate wise.
Yeah, we can talk. Yeah, because I have presentations already set up on this very. Yeah, I could go right now.
Yeah, Jay's pretty freaking daggone. Yeah, Jay's pretty deep now. I rock with Jay. You know what I'm saying? We might not agree on that.
In regards to what topic though, what are we doing? What's the topic? I don't mind the topic. Let's just run it.
So, are you saying in the actual ball cycle that? Because my understanding is that's the whole purpose of that story is him becoming.
Yes, absolutely. Baal does not start off as the chief. He has to defeat Yam, of course, to even he actually gets appointed this from El.
And that's in the Ugaritic?
Yeah, yes, this is in the Ugaritic.
Humble wants to speak for a second.
Yeah,
Come on in, Humble.
This is actually a pattern you see throughout their culture. Baal went through it, Yahweh went through it, you know.
It's a Semitic thing.
Contrary to popular belief, Yahweh
Yes.
was not always the chief God creator. Yahweh was once a calm and storm god. Yahweh was elevated to that status.
By whom?
Put that out there.
By whom? Who elevated him?
Okay.
You said who elevated him?
Yes.
The Hebrews.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then.
Which Hebrew?
Yeah, good question, Jay.
It would be the Canaanite dwelling Hebrews, and even the Hebrews a little bit outside of Canaan as well. But you also have hints of this same deity Yahoo coming from the Shasu people as well, dwelling in Midian as well, in Edom, where this was their chief deity. This was their head deity that they were worshiping. So we have it outside of the Ugarit as well. Yeah.
So we could debate that.
I think we all agree with that. I
I
think
don't
that's
agree
been
with that.
brought out. You agree with that, right?
I don't agree with that. We don't
You
have
agree with
What?
any.
that?
We don't have
You don't
any.
agree with that, King J?
I don't.
You don't
No,
agree?
Oh,
we
damn.
don't. We don't have any occurrences of Yahweh in the land of Canaan until about 800 BC, after the pantheon reduction and assimilation. So the, after assimilation, yeah, but we don't. It's not. It's from Yahweh is from Timon. It's from. It's
See,
like when you said
I didn't
Mosai.
hear him actually say that though.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
You
yeah,
said
we don't.
Canaanite. So what do you mean when you saying words? I'm hearing you. You said
I
I'm
heard
Canaanite.
saying,
him mention the
yes.
Shasu, and he mentioned Midian and the Shasu. But I
But then
mean,
before then he said
technically, if you're
Canaanite.
gonna start talking about Canaan,
Yeah, but when we're talking about the
anyway, you
elevation,
got to debate.
yeah, when we're talking about the elevation of Yod Hey Wahe over the rest of the deity, this happens with the Canaanite Hebrews.
Yes.
Well, it wasn't Yohed Vahe at that. It wasn't
Yeah, I
a
didn't
text.
say Va, I said Ha. Yod Hey Wahe Wa. I understood that Va. That's Germanic Yiddish. Yeah,
And
we ain't got to do the semantical game.
but we do, because when you're saying the word Yah, we're saying you're talking Egyptian, because those are the references that you're referring to. The Murner Batah is in Meter Netter, right?
We
So
dealing with the pronunciation of the word. We don't got to do that.
It's not a Semitic pronounced vocalization. It's an Egyptian vocalization.
hold on. So
Yod
Okay,
Hey
come on in,
Wad
Humble,
Hey
and then
Ha.
you're
They
gonna wrap
don't
this up.
pronounce it Yod Hey in Egyptian. Meter.
So what we're
Okay,
dealing
let's
with
hear what
here
Humble's saying.
is
You can debate it.
yes. What we're dealing with here, what we're speaking about is
Are you not following?
two exiles. Hold on,
You
Jay.
can't even hear him talking, King J.
I didn't hear what you were saying.
Brother.
So
Thank
what we're
you.
dealing, the time period we're dealing with here, we're talking about two exiles, the Babylonian exile and the Assyrian exile. Right now, why are those two exiles important? Those two exiles are important because they dealt directly with the people who worship these deities. Right? When you deal with those exiles, you deal with one group of people in the Assyrian who dealt with El, and you deal with the other one with the Babylonians who dealt with Yah or Yahweh, how it was pronounced. When they got intermerged, they mixed attributes. This is why in the Bible, sometimes you see the word Elohim, El Shaddai, and sometimes you see the word Yahweh, but they represent the same deity. Why? Because these two different tribes who got exiled, right? These were their deities. When they became a mixed people, they emerged their deities together. This is fact.
And what's wrong with that?
Everything, brother. That's brother.
Then you got the smoke.
You mix
I'm
up
gonna
two.
close out his.
I can't even respond. That's why. Go ahead,
No,
brother.
you can. Hey, this is what I want to say. Please respond, King J, and then I'm gonna close out.
Well, the brother was mentioning Assyrian disbursement, which was 742 BC, and then you mentioned the Babylonian captivity, which would have been when Ezra would have came back. Ezra would have dealt with the Sumerian population. None of that has anything to do with what you just said, brother. So you sound good because you're loud, brother. You don't really know what you're talking about. So
Are you familiar with Isaiah 19 and 18?
I'm familiar with the Bible. I'm familiar with everything, brother.
So are you familiar with the verse from Isaiah 19 and 18?
I'm familiar with Isaiah. And if you're familiar with, go ahead, make your
So
point.
when it explicitly states that even the text itself, when we dealing with this text that we dealing with as a whole, that this book, the Lord's language, that is the language of Canaan. Of Canaan. So when we get to doing the whole Egyptian thing, this Egyptian pronunciation,
The Meta-Netter is not a language of Canaan, brother. No. The Meta-Netter is not a Canaanite language. No.
You said what?
The Meta-Netter is not a Canaanite language. The Murner Batah Stela.
Bro, why are you moving the goalpost? Stop saying dumb stuff to me. Stop doing that. We know Metal Netter is Kemetic, bro. Why are you doing that?
Because we're talking about Yahweh, the occurrence of Yahweh.
You saying Yahweh? You're using Germanic term anywhere. You're misappropriating that term.
The first occurrence is in Meta-Netter. So
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
You're moving the goalpost.
Okay,
that's fine. But No, we are talking about Canaan because
Well, I'm
we
talking
talked
about
about
Canaan.
when he was elevated over El and became the head of the pantheon over them. This happens in Canaan. It doesn't happen in Kemet, and you know that. Stop with the
But that's not the
flimflamology.
conversation. We were talking
That
about
is the conversation. You're trying to make a new conversation.
it
Stop it,
wasn't.
wizard. You're being a wizard.
The Merneptah Stella and the vocalization of Yahweh.
Why you keep
right?
talking about Merneptah Stella, bro? What is he doing, bro? Stop saying that.
But
Stop
you
bringing that up.
filibustering now. You filibustering.
I'm not.
Yeah, filibustering a little bit, bro.
I remember the conversation word for word, brother. The argument was over the vocalization.
It was not about the vocalization. The argument was about the elevation of the deity.
Really fast, Ashay.
It was
So
about
the
both.
issue you're having, King J, really fast. So the issue you're having is in the
No,
Merneptah
this is-
Stele, right? That's the first time Israel is mentioned as a solidified kingdom. Before it was solidified as a kingdom, things were happening before they got to that point.
Bro, we talking about Yahweh.
Listen,
You talking about the God.
Right.
we're talking about these people.
The
These
Shasha
people
of
who
Yahweh.
said,
The only reference, you're not smart. Listen. The only reference of the only mention, you're not smart. Listen, you're all over the place. We're talking about the Shashu of Yahweh.
How do you know I'm all over the place and you're cutting me
Shashu
off?
of Yahweh and the soul living Christian. It's the first reference, 1450 BC. I'm
Soul
giving you
living.
dates and primaries. Humble, you're not smart.
Okay, so oral tradition never happened, is what you're saying.
We're talking about
Oral
meta.
tradition is not a thing,
Bro,
is what
we're
you're
not
saying.
talking about oral tradition. You all
I
over
don't
the
wanna, no, because
You
you
need
keep
I say up
climbing
here,
and
I
cutting
see.
everywhere.
I see you need I say.
No, nobody need nobody. I'm asking you a direct question. Does oral tradition play a part?
What does oral tradition have to do with the soul living inscription of
Before this
1450
place
BC?
on Merneptah Stele became a kingdom, these people had their own traditions. That was not a
Brother, before the murder,
you're dealing with. Listen,
brother, you're not smart. You're making it make sense.
something you want, and that's
You
not
finish
happening.
and I'll respond.
That's not how we
I'm
get
not
down
going to
with it.
argue. I'm not going to scream over you.
You're making illogical arguments. If we're dealing with the same, me, Ashay, and Zion just agree we're dealing with the same time period. How do you then come and change the time period to what you want to talk about?
Brother,
I didn't say nothing about a time period.
We're talking about the same. Now let me respond because the brother seems to be confused. We're talking about the same time period. I said the soul. Don't cut me off. I said that you didn't comprehend. I said the soul lived inscription, and I gave you the date of 1450 BC, and it ranges between that and the Merneptah Stele at 1208 BC. That's the range we're at. We're not going nowhere further than that, brother. You need to comprehend the conversation. I did. So shut up and listen. So when you said oral tradition, the only time that you can be talking about is the Israelites when they're in captivity in Egypt, right? Before Moses freed, right? In the wilderness.
No, because Moses wasn't a real person. That never happened.
I'm asking you a
This
question.
is why he's
Now
no.
I'm asking you a question, brother. Now you're moving the goalpost.
This is where he getting mixed with the history.
Let's filler
Because
buster.
Moses was never a real person, and the Exodus never happened. So
We're not, brother. That's not the conversation, brother. Hold on, brother. You said oral tradition. So where are they getting the oral tradition from?
You're trying to tie this into the Exodus. The Exodus is not a historical event.
Brother. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I agree with that. You said so listen. Brother, stop screaming. Listen, and you can understand. You said oral tradition. What is the oral tradition you're talking about?
Right. Who's oral tradition?
Moses is fake. So where's the oral tradition you're talking about coming from, and what is it?
Talking about the oral tradition of the Semitic people who one worship Yah, the other worship El. When they came together after after the
exile.
Which exiles?
The Babylonian and the Assyrian. Why are we acting like now? Why are we acting like we don't know what we're talking about? You just referenced that you knew what we was talking about.
But you're making that up because what point did the Shashu of Yahweh? But listen, Yahweh, listen, humble, listen. I'm not trying to argue with you.
Babylonian exile is something that is made up.
Humble, listen.
Do you know they
Listen,
wasn't even considered Jews
but
until the
listen,
Babylonian exile?
but listen.
Do you
If
know
you
there
could,
was no such thing as a Jew until the Babylonian exile? So what are you talking? Who are you talking about now? Who are you talking about?
so if you quit screaming, listen, the people can actually understand and learn something. I'm not arguing with you. Let's just share information and the people can listen. So what I'm talking about is this. When you say the statue of Yahweh, the only group of people that we have in history recorded referencing worshiping the deity Yahweh is the Shashu. Do you have any other? I'm asking you a question without screaming and hollering. I'm asking you a question. Do you have any outside sources that show another group worshiping Yahweh?
Where do the Shashua Yahweh
Wait, wait,
come
wait. Hold on. You say another group worshiping Yahoo?
I'm asking him, outside of the statue of Yahweh, is there any recorded history of any other group worshiping Yahweh? Outside of
Elephantine Jews.
Yeah,
but that's later on. We're talking. That's way later.
You said, well, wait, hold on, King J. Let's be honest though. You literally said any recorded history.
Time period.
Okay.
Time period.
Yes.
Who?
You said prove it. I just proved it with
Who?
Who are those people?
Oh, brother, come on, humble. I'm asking you a real question. Quit screaming. Quit filibuster, bro. Listen, when you can't answer a question, you start screaming, brother.
The people who
That's
are
your cheat code. It's not going to teach you out of this one. Listen, I'm asking you a real question.
Okay.
The same question is on the floor, humble. Who?
The people who were the Yahwists.
Brother.
Before they became Israel. This is what I'm saying to you. And where was the Shashua Yahweh from? Where were they from? They were from the Levant region, right? Where's the Levant region?
No, there wasn't. No. They were they're listen, learn. And I'm not arguing with you, but I'm not the enemy. Listen, listen, humble. I don't want to scream over you because you're wrong. So listen, humble. When you're humble, listen. So let me ask you a question then. Right, because you're 33. Listen. So how can I, when you're wrong, explain to you without screaming over you? Humble, you're wrong.
What am I wrong about?
Okay, so they're not from the Levant. They're Transjordian tribes. Okay, you can look it up. You look up everything else. Look that up. Okay, Midian and Edom, right? In Midian, it's not in the Levant. Okay,
so
you're learning. You should be learning. Don't argue with me. Just ask me questions at this point.
Are they not in Canaan?
No.
Where are they?
You wouldn't consider Midian. You wouldn't consider Midian part of the legacy.
No, brother. I said Transjordian, brother. I said Transjordian. You should know what that means.
I give you Transjordan.
Jordanian, yeah.
What is that?
Humble. Quit screaming so damn much and just learn.
So he's
don't
doing
know what
great.
you're talking
I
about.
think he's doing great. Because usually he's just chill. I think he should turn up like this every now and then so he'll let y'all know.
He's not listening. He's just arguing.
What is
All right, at this point,
he don't know.
He did bring out the Kuntele Arjuru. He did bring out the Kuntele Arjuru. Let's go get that. What's that? 8th century, 7th century?
7th century.
Right.
7th century. About 100 years after the Solar.
I'm not sure. I heard 6, 7. I just heard it. I know that's stupid, but go ahead. All right, can we say that I think Humble did a great job along with his brothers of the Bomb Squad?
I think
he held his own.
I think Asay has a better argument. I would like to have a conversation with Asay in regards to stuff like this.
We got a conversation about this, brother.
You just gonna do that? Humble had you on the ropes.
No, he didn't. He just screamed a lot. He screamed a lot, and I didn't want to scream over him to make a point.
I do want to let you know this. We're in a scholastic arena right now, brother.
But you're screaming, brother, and you're not saying nothing, brother.
If we are somewhere like on Sinetta panel where we are dialoguing and bringing information and things of that nature, hey, look, it's a total different dude. You see me in other people's smoke sessions when I'm just reading. I'm not acting like this. I'm acting like this because this is a smoke session.
Correct.
Right. Tell him, Humble.
I'm in warrior mode right now.
Why y'all trying to play him like that? I agree. They do that to me too, Humble. When you turn up and you got them, they start talking about you don't have decorum.
to smoke session, I expect them to turn up, but I do want if somebody's making a point,
I appreciate you coming in with the
would never
smoke,
just
though,
argue
King
just
J.
to
Come on
argue
in.
if
Good.
he's making sense. If Humble said something that I agree with, I would be like, I agree with that. I
Right.
wouldn't argue just to be,
Are you sure about that?
Just to argue, right.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
All right, everybody. It's been awesome. I think once King J.
I just want to say one thing when Sarnetta gets a chance. They called him out about protecting Jehovah Holy Ghost. I spanked Jehovah Holy Ghost one day, and Sarnetta freaking protected him. And so I have to say he protected him. I'm gonna holler at him. We're gonna have a conversation about it. But yo, good show, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Bomb Squad, love your work. You know what I'm saying? King J, you already know how it go. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother right there. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Much love. Nepal, you know I love you to death.
Yeah, we love you too, brother. Listen, thank you guys. Your brother's coming in with the smoke. It was great, but I didn't see Humble back down. Damn, what happened? Can you guys hear me? Something's going on. I don't know. I don't know if you got the Owaspy doing all kinds of seances and calling on the I'm messing with you. I love the brothers of the Creator Gang, but my device has been acting crazy, both of them. But yeah, I think you guys did great. I'd love to see King J debate not only Ashe, but I want to see you debate Humble as well. And Zion, you took the challenge. So I hope to see you come in and debate this, brother. Good job, Humble. I hope you feel like you got a fair smoke session. Amazing. I don't want you to go away feeling like you got, didn't get to talk a lot. But they did come in. They want to smoke with all the rest of the bomb squad. You guys are
we love
you're the one.
My
go ahead.
Thing was, and this is why I had to shout my brother God Energy out. My brother God Energy came with that smoke yesterday. And they came up, and I'm like, hey, listen, I want the smoke. I'm here. I'm in battle mode. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only thing, but I loved every minute of it. See, this is my environment right here. I love this.
And we love you over here. So please keep coming in. Don't let anybody back you down. I know you won't. Yeah. And Yara, you gonna watch the playback?
I want them all to watch the playbacks. Chief X. Yara,
oh yeah, Chief X.
My brother Kassar was up here. He said what he said. But hey, listen, go watch that playback. You get called out too. And like I said, that Owaspy, Big Cosmo, hey, listen, you getting called out. But that was just on the slide just to show him I can do that real quick.
Word. Smoke session complete. Humble. Thank you so much, brother. We'll see you on the next panel. Thank you for always coming in and participating with great information. You can see your way out when you're ready. Shout out, by the way, I just want to say, shout out to Paradigm Shift, because earlier when Zion or somebody said something, I didn't hear him. I thought he said something else. So, but Paradigm Shift, shout out to that brother DMG over there doing his thing, always giving respect and paying homage to the toughest environment, House of Consciousness, and of course, the King of Consciousness, Sarnetta. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm going to close out. We've been in here for 2 hours and 22 minutes. That's pretty cool. So thank you to the audience for staying late. And yeah, let me just get the song and then we can G-O. All righty. I'll see you guys next time. Let's do Sarnetta's remix.
Temperatures going up, the heat is rising, scholars showing up, audience vibing. We on a mission, competition is the only desire. Whose information will be facing the immersive fire? So it's up, stand up, can walk through hell. So tough, too tough for the weak, soft shell. Set the fire, fan the flames. Smoke is rising in blooms. While we inexperienced, the data starts to choke on the fumes. Bring your science, bring your wisdom, even bring us your religion. If you cannot stand the heat, then please don't come in the bar. Let's just get Time in succession, learn a lesson, fight and overcome your fear. Who'll beat the best of babe? By the time all the smoke clears, who wants to smoke?